Farty poop fart. Hello, everybody.
You just say not out of beta from now on. Still in beta.
Still in beta. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Into the Multiverse. Into the Multiverse is a series of D&D campaigns, all set in the world of Gostar. And each campaign follows an alternate timeline or different reality. And this one follows a story.
Beta questers.
Yeah, you got it. You got there before me. This is the Beta Questers, the game we've been playing for about 6 years, and everyone is real high level. Been doing some really weird stuff. And before I do a little recap, I'll go and introduce everybody and let them introduce themselves as well. Okay, so Patela, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. I am
Yes.
Tama, and I play Tama. Future Tama,
Future Patela.
who's a cyborg.
And she's my daughter.
Don't confuse the fans.
And last game we fought a giant pirate ship. Well, I guess it was a regular-sized pirate ship.
It's pretty big. Pretty big ship. Oh yeah. Thank you very much, Patela. All right.
I currently have 1 HP.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Thanks
had
for the reminder.
Jesus
Bye.
blasted out of you.
Yeah, Robo Johnny just socked me in the face.
Yeah. That's the wonderful.
Was it in the face? I don't remember.
This is the wonderful relationship we're fostering in Beta Questers. This is the kind of hard love that we share. All right, then. Thank you very much. Okay, we got yourself, David. Now, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name's David. I'm the Watcher of the Veil, but I'm not currently in the Veil. I'm in Limbo with a bunch of Illipids and some good friends. And Sam already said we fought people. I'm not actually the Sam's father, but she is like our daughter. But she's also kind of like a Rick to my Morty, I guess.
Oh, that's
She's like secretly our leader. But also she's not, because Amy's our leader. But Amy's not here right now. What was I saying? I'm David.
You're doing great.
And I'm
Keep
coming.
going.
You were
Right now.
introducing my character, I think.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was introducing Patsama, I think. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, why am I suddenly panicking? It's okay. It doesn't matter. Just
You're
relax.
doing great. You're doing great.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm David. Watcher of the Veil.
Watch for the veil.
I'll see you later.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
David!
Oh, David, we love you. This butthole with teeth loves you. This
What?
Jesus,
tentacle loves you.
I don't like. I can't see it. I don't
Gabriel,
want
put
to.
your
Rose,
pants up.
would you
Oh, I
like
can see it
to
now.
would you like to introduce yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
Woo-wee! Sure thing. Hello, my name's Rose, and I play Mira, the hobgoblin with very, very ambitious goals for this session.
Oh, spicy.
Wait, you guys have things you want to do in this
Yeah.
session? Uh-oh.
Everyone has things to do. Hell yeah. Alrighty then. I named this episode Personal Quests.
Oh, interesting.
Alrighty then. So, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And then finally, we have our wonderful Eldritch robot. Would you like to
Oui,
introduce
c'est moi.
yourself?
Hello, my name is Juanjo. I'm playing Robo Johnny, a human soul / mind / he doesn't know what it is, trapped in a mechanical body, trying to find the meaning of life itself. And
Wow.
he's just in the Illithid Kingdom trying to ask them if they know or if everyone is pretending. And they threw a boat on him, and he's very angry about that. That's what happened.
Hey guys, I was just wondering. Oh my god!
I just wanted to.
Nice to meet you all. Fuck!
Boat!
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully you can get some answers in this episode. Yeah, brilliant stuff. I love that you're a man trapped in a box. Hello, man trapped in a box.
He doesn't know what he is anymore.
Rob, right.
Yeah, is that's a what's it called reference to the trip reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
But so in the last game that we played, you made your way to the Illithid Kingdom, and they were more than happy to take you in. A little gnome-like Illithid floating around kind of led you into a fleshy elevator, which led and brought you up to a Colosseum, where the Illithids wanted to see if the naturally gifted could beat their grafted, enhanced, evolved beings. And they pitted you against the finest creations that they've made. An Esper, a weird tentacly parasite, and Nice Hands Jones, a being with nice hands. You managed to defeat them all. They then melded and merged with a ship, and you fought a ship. You beat the ship, and now I guess you're all probably rightly pissed that they've thrown all this stuff at you, but they wanted to get a bit of entertainment from you. They were curious who you were. They wanted to see what you're capable of, and I guess you haven't quite understood why you've done all this yet. But we might find out in this game.
Wait, where's Chompy?
Chompy is...
I had Chompy out.
You did have Chompy, yeah.
I thought you absorbed him so you could get some HP back. I thought that was a thing.
No, I've never.
Oh no, Chompy got whamped, like absolutely clobbered by the ship, I think, or by
did
someone. He? Yeah, Chompy got they lost all their health. I'm pretty sure in the last game.
Also, I'm
right,
just going to
weird.
say that we guys are not. Every single one of us has been evolved in some way as well.
It's
We're
true.
all fucking. That thing over there used to be a man. That's a robot with a soul. I mean, they all have souls.
Very true.
Did you choose
I have
to say
bunny
That
ears.
car or
I wasn't
word?
born with bunny ears. Fatema's missing an arm, and she has God knows what going on.
Yeah, she's a spine grafted, like a mechanical spine grafted
Exactly.
to her arm.
And Mira
Oh, really?
turns into like bismuth sometimes. Like, what the
She's
fuck
a
is that
lich.
about?
Crystal,
Wait, you're
crystal
what?
myth, bitch.
Crystal meth.
This is my final form, crystal meth.
I'm evolving!
None of us were born this way. I mean, Lady Gaga would say otherwise, but like, none of us. We were meant to be this, though. Destiny versus
I
intervention.
also
Yeah.
have psychic powers.
You have psychic powers. Yeah, the list goes on. But you're gonna figure out exactly what's going on with this strange Illithid utopia. So as the fight finally comes to a close, the crowd, the clicking kind of dies down, and they all begin to just watch you. What you'll do next. And eventually a hand's raised by the Illithid leading this battle. And he begins to speak because he knows that you guys can't be talked to in your mind, so steps forward again a little awkwardly, a little clearly embarrassed that he's not great at talking, verbally, but he tries his best. He believes he sounds better, It's like when you hear yourself talking, but then you hear a recording of yourself. It's basically that. He's used to talking in his mind.
Oh.
He's not very comfortable hearing his own voice, actually. So steps forward and just it's like, well, impressive.
Thanks.
Bring them to the core atrium 6. I'll be there.
There's no more boats?
No more boats, but there's a reward. Thank you for.
You mean that this the only thing you had to throw at us?
Yeah, we didn't agree to fighting a boat. To be fair, I did just appear out of nowhere, so I guess we cheated, you cheated. It works out.
Where's that
It's
coming
fair.
from? Who
We
is?
didn't cheat, though.
But
No one told us we have to disclose how many of us there are.
that is true.
I mean-
That is so true.
Either way, you've highly entertained us.
I'm gonna cough up some blood.
I'm
Roll for vodka thing.
gonna cast a mass cure wounds
Cool.
and everyone's close to us. I'm casting at 9th level actually,
Oh shit! Okay.
and then I'm gonna pump the surge
God.
into it to double the dice.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Where the fuck?
What is the maximum output of that spell?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
true,
I will
yeah,
tell you
that's
now.
some healing.
You
Maybe I
shouldn't
don't.
count me in. I don't think I can be healed that way.
Oh, well then there's
I
no
also,
point.
I'm probably like back at full health now. So I'm fine.
I'll just cure wounds.
So,
at 9th
David,
level.
just go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Trying to be a good Samaritan here. It's not working.
So essential. Okay. So it's 98 Patema plus.
Double, is it?
It's 98 plus 5, I guess. So 98. It's 81 plus 5. So 86 points. Oh, and then double that.
Yeah. So 100
Double it?
Double the 80.
8.
Yeah.
Oh, I've low the hell. 168.
Yeah, you're full there. That's nuts.
As it happens, like as I'm casting the spell, you'll probably notice that there's like just I don't. You can see magic, so like a bunch of like normally the spell is coming like from wherever it's cast, but then you'd see like a bunch of energy come to collect and culminate towards it as that happens, and that's why it's so strong.
Wait, I think I have that spell.
Cure wounds.
Mass healing word. Yeah, I have that in an earring.
Oh, nice one. Oh, but this one's just regular cure wounds that I used in the end.
Oh,
because
right,
it's just
okay.
easy.
You have to touch me to use cure wounds then, don't you?
Yeah, I can touch it.
Alright. So, with that, you have a bunch of healing magic pulse back into you, but your bones kind of click back into place. Bruises kind of start to lightly throb and mellow out. And the internal bleeding going on there is probably patched up somewhat. And you watch then at the top of the crowd where the Illithid leader is. You see these kind of like yellow ochre tendrils start to flick up. These threads of slime start to shoot up around his body and slowly encase him in a cocoon. And you watch then as a few of the other Illithids beside him point towards the four of you. And similarly, this yellow pussy sludge forms and bubbles under your feet.
You had to say pussy, didn't you?
I did have to say pussy, as in puss, as in the stuff you get in your eyes. But I thought it pussy sludge. Starts to bubble under your
You get it
feet.
in your eyes.
Oh, you don't. It's going right for you. It's now flicking up over your body, roughly where you are, David. There's kind of like a puddle just under one of your feet, and they're trying to. All these wet tendrils are flicking up in the air, like trying to grab and latch hold of you. And eventually, they do find purchase. If you want to resist, you can, but these tendrils are slowly wrapping around your bodies, encasing you in this gross yellow mucus.
Corrosive. Corrosive.
Gross.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Gross is cool. I'm all for gross. You're all happy having this mucus flick up around your bodies?
Even with the healing, I don't think I have the energy to contest
That's totally fair.
being covered in pussy sludge.
Push the
Armor's
sludge.
up all the way.
Pussy
Like,
sludge. You're just getting these kind of like wet slaps on your visor, eventually completely
it's like
covering.
car wash.
Yeah, exactly. And you find your feet now slowly sinking into the pussy sludge.
Pussy sludge.
Roger would have.
Yeah.
He would have. I guess he would have done this before. He would have like walked towards the wreckage of the boat, if he still can.
Yeah.
He wants to dig the two golden arms that he got off of the.
True.
Oh, they're for me.
I'll get you.
I mean, maybe you can have them.
While he was talking, everything we can say that you've been doing this kind of rummaging through the wreckage. Give me an investigation check, and if you want, you can roll with advantage if Mira's helping.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay, so give me an investigation check with advantage. Investigation or perception, if you prefer.
What am I? Yes. Okay. Hold on.
There's a lot of boat.
And, cool, that's an 18.
18. Well, yeah, absolutely. With an 18, you're throwing away massive chunks of wood and bone and just like lifting up these giant tendrils, the width of like a regular human's torso. You just hurl up to the side, and eventually, under all the rubble, you do find the 2 golden elbow bones.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah, like Roger would like hand one over to Mira, and he says, "If you don't mind, I would like to keep this. This would help me repair my circuits for about a year."
Ooh, nice.
Oh, yeah, go for it. That's fine. It's
Cool.
just a...
And then he just shoves it into opening in his chest without any more questioning.
Oh,
Big molten core.
I love it. So cool.
Yeah, it was.
It's like a blender. It's just like.
Thanks.
Alright. And,
No worries.
nice stuff. So these tendrils flick over all your body, eventually cocooning you, dragging you down into the fleshy ground below. And I'm gonna select y'all, and we're
Don't
gonna.
select me.
You've been selected. Sorry.
No.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah. You've been dragged to the core antechamber 6. Here we go.
Ooh.
oh.
Sexy lighting.
God's sake.
Nice.
Do you not like
The
it, David?
rib cages.
No, it's pretty sick. It's ominous.
Pretty
It's what?
sick.
This man needs a cushion chamber for not, like, you know, coming across like a villain. This is meant to be victory. This feels like a threat. It's threatened.
Just the red. It's just the red.
It is just the red and the giant worms.
Worms. Alright. Ridges are a little bigger. So, with that, eventually you're brought down through this kind of, what's the word? It's like a very thick liquid, and kind of move through it as if you're moving through these fleshy tubes, like you're moving through a digestive system. And eventually you re-emerge out through the surface into another space. And as soon as you do come up, there's this air bubble that forms around you. And you now emerge within this air bubble, within this space. And all you can hear bellowing through your entire body is this. And you see just behind where the illithid leader is, there is this colossal heart, surrounded by clusters of like this crystal, which could also be kind of seen as just very large crusty collections of like something similar to the sleep that you find in your eyes. These kind of yellowy,
Pussy sludge.
yeah, pussy sludge crystals. Collecting in sections of the heart.
crystals?
How did you know? A man of fine tastes. Other kind of openings around this area just kind of like open one after the other. But this bubble that surrounds you right now continues to vibrate and shake. And David, you'd probably be the most aware of this, that without this protective bubble, you'd probably be like absolutely just torn to pieces by the heartbeat that's bellowing through this room, just from the sheer force, of that sound alone. Also surrounding you are 4 other illithids, one with like way too many eyes shoved onto its face. They're like a Mr. Potato that's had other holes drilled into it and just loads of different eyes just shoved, all different sizes, in its face, like completely surrounding it. And you also find 2 other illithids in long coats with high collars, also carrying spears, funnily enough. Not really holding them like they know how to use them, but they're holding spears nonetheless, pointing them in your direction. And then either side of the leader of the Illithids that you know of are these colossal fleshy worms that are made up of like a bunch of sinew all woven together like strands in a very thick rope. And then they open up like a frayed knot at the very end, and in the center is this face with dozens of just holes that keep opening and closing in their face, and then one long jaw that hangs ajar. The entire room is breathing and moving and pulsing, and you can see the ripples moving through the blood that fill this room, that they cause these small waves to cause the blood to splash up along the bony edges of what could be considered like a river bank or like a blood bank.
Blood bank.
So when you appear here, the leader again has his back turned to you and has pressed his hand into the wall of the heart and now pulls it away to hold this semi-transparent cartilage kind of oval football shape. And inside are about 4 or 5 pink glowing strands of what looks like just pure energy. These very thin strands that look like, bits of string. And he turns to you very slowly. Oh, champions, your reward. He holds out the orb of cartilage to you.
He holds out an orb of cartilage.
Yeah, he's pulled out from the heart this kind of like football-shaped piece of like semi-transparent cartilage. And inside you can see these thin pink strands of energy. Just constantly moving.
Can I stride up to him?
Yeah, absolutely. You can walk along what looks like some sort of spine.
Can I, as I'm approaching him, can I take out a Star Platinum dagger?
Yeah. Do you want to do it any kind of like stealthily or anything like that?
No, I'll just take it out.
Okay. It's just kind of like, okay. Don't worry. The gift is yours. Take it. I mean you no more harm.
Can I grab the cartilage thing
Yeah.
and then hold a knife, not like to him, but like hold it up and point it at him?
Okay. Yeah. You grab it. At that moment, the two kind of serpents beside you just start like arching down towards you, breathing heavily, right like inches away from your face. You can feel their hot breath on your neck.
I'm just gonna stare at this mind flare guy and say,
Careful.
well, you're looks like the enhanced one.
Yes. We wanted to see if it was true. You've been awoken. Your inner potential. It's true, isn't it? What they've been saying. I've not seen the like of it. I have not seen its equal before.
Tame of their queen now.
What's that?
Tame of their queen now. Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily.
You better be ready to join our cause then.
This is all we'll be giving, I'm afraid. But it will gift you with the ability to manipulate time.
That's great. I'm just gonna drop it on the ground.
It just falls, like slowly rolls down the steps.
Okay, I came here to give you a deal. Considering the events that have just unfolded, I've got another deal for you.
Right.
The first deal is you and your people are gonna help us fight Lucy. In return, you can expand your Illithid kingdom into DU as much as you like. My second deal, now that I've had some time to think, is that if you don't help us, then after we deal with Lucy and all her demons,
Jesus.
we're coming for you next.
Holy shit!
Give me an intimidation check.
Sure.
Just look at David and Rosa. Did we discuss this? Like, did we?
This was not a part of the plan.
Oh, okay.
Part of mine.
I thought I missed something. Maybe.
We can't
Roger
promise
just struts
victory to
over and
these
grabs the
people.
ball.
You're gonna grab the ball.
Yeah, he just like calmly walks over to it, grabs it.
Yeah, but it's kind of filled with some sort of liquid inside here as well. That gives it this kind of like kind of weird texture. Shape.
Oh, you should drink it.
And
I might.
when they mentioned, like,
What's that?
when they mentioned that it manipulates time, would we make any connection to Cain and Abel's son?
You can give me a nature check.
Sure.
Or
Nature check.
a religion check if you prefer.
Probably go nature. I just limit checking that.
Sure.
Day. Nature. 18.
18. You're kind of not sure if this is what you think it is, but Xavion, in his studies in the Watcher Tower, once described how he tried to harvest a strand, a single branch, or like a splinter of the tree of Tatewiwogu, which is the god of time. There's a tree that exists in limbo that its branches stretch out into infinity until they can't be seen anymore. But if you can manage to, and they physically represent time itself. But if you were able to manage to like take a single strand of that, he would have been able to it would have opened up all these opportunities for him in regards to his dunamancy studies. And you think there's about 4 of those in that thing there.
Oh, I was misunderstanding. I thought there was this thing and then 5 strands.
So this is there's a cartilage sphere, kind of like football shaped, and inside there, swimming around almost like tadpoles, are these pink strands.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So it's like some sort of way of containing them.
Okay, interesting.
So what did you get, Patema, on your intimidation check?
I got 17.
17. Okay. He just kind of, you see the corners of his mouth kind of rise up, and the tentacles kind of rise up a little bit, and one of them reaches over and coils around your dagger. You can try. Right now, this is us helping you. Those strands we're giving you are the best thing we can possibly offer. At this moment, with those strands, you can stop time at will. Manipulate it if you enhance a weapon with one of these strands. You can move through space and time. I'm literally giving you time itself. Is that not enough?
Can I start walking up at that point?
Yeah, absolutely. Is anyone else doing anything? Is Mira doing anything as well?
She's just like peeking at the strands. Very cute.
So you're peeking around the corner now.
Well, she wants it. She wants some supper.
Oh, God.
You're blinded as well, David, by these strands as well. When you tune into that magical energy, like you're like, fuck. It's like you kind of almost have to tune out again. It's so bright and it fills the entire room. Especially in a room where there's so little magic as well. This is like saturating the entire space.
I'll just be, I mean, they can't really see me anyway, but I'll be like blinking and holding my hands up, like trying to like block it out like it's the sun. I'm just gonna say, I don't think we can promise anyone to you, and this is fine. This is enough. You stay in your little kingdom. I'm fine with that. Aren't you fine with that, Patema? Isn't that okay? No?
You should listen to your friends.
I'm just gonna maintain eye contact with this guy and just tightening my grip on the dagger.
He's got his tentacle is now kind of slowly spiraling down the dagger and now around your wrist. And he's slowly trying to lower your hand. kill me, there are 4 or 5 ones that'll replace me. I'm not afraid to die. I'm Hades, Lord of the Underworld.
Did he call himself Hades?
Yeah.
Holy shit, he has got a fire above his head.
So that's the
I
light.
know that's just illumination.
Yeah. You kill me, I just come back. This is my domain. You kill me now, I pop your bubble. You get ripped
I don't
to pieces.
suppose you could send a representative with us, maybe. Maybe like one of your sons. You got any like cute sons that you could take with us?
Give me a persuasion check.
What is wrong with me?
Honestly, time fucking strand sound.
Oh! 31. Give me your son.
31.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Give us your most beautiful son.
Mine now.
What's beautiful in the eyes of an illithid, huh?
He takes away his tentacle from your dagger and strokes his 8 tentacles coming out of his face. Kind of like he's combing through a beard. I suppose this is fair. You have my son until you liberate Gostar of Lucy's influence. Zagreus.
Ah!
And he kind of reaches forward with his hand, and you see another pile of pussy sludge begin to boil in the corner of the room. As another illithid emerges. Huh. Wow. There we go. He's much more handsome than this. You know what? Actually, fucking. There we go. This makes more sense, actually.
Like, my impulse control gets worse with coffee, so this is just me, like, hearing Hades.
Oh, you've
music.
had coffee.
Sorry?
That's why you're starting a boy band.
Yes.
You Zacharias,
Zagreus.
and Lucius.
You see a slightly bulkier version of Hades appear out of the pussy sludge, coated in like darker robes and missing one arm, but replace them with this skeletal arm grafted from, seems like some sort of metal, and it shimmers with like
So
an
he's a
opalescent
cooler
sheen.
version of Hades.
It's a slightly cooler version.
Nice.
He steps forward and kind of goes down onto one knee. Oh, father.
This is such a different character.
Hello. What is it that you wish? Ah, I see. Yes! I will serve you as best I can. I am Zagreus, son of Hades.
He's a little easier to understand.
I hope my
I'll get him up that.
services...
I know he can't see me, so it doesn't matter.
He's kind of looking all over the place at the moment and looks a little nervous as well. And kind of, you can see his knee is trembling a little bit. Little ripples are kind of coming out from the liquid below his knee, kind of indicating that he's a little shaky.
Oh, he's got a nervous knee.
I will serve you as best I can.
Ain't nothing like a hound dog.
What?
God damn it.
You see the
Like-
bear
like,
of the Amethyst turn.
Like, no, sorry, I don't say that in game.
Oh! I was like,
I'm
okay.
just because he has like a nerve, like Elvis, you know.
True, he's got the shaky,
He
yeah.
does the thing with his knee
Mhm.
or with his leg.
I did not make that connection.
I did not. I kind of just slowly got it, but yeah.
Instead of singing Elvis songs, I'm going to. Can I just take the dagger? Can I throw it into the ground at Hades' feet?
Yeah, give me an attack roll. No, don't give me an attack roll. Just roll the damage for that.
Roll the damage for what's a star platinum dagger's?
It's a +3.
It's just a D4 plus 3.
Plus your strength or dexterity.
Oh, I can use my strength. Okay.
I'll say with a star platinum dagger, you can use 2d4.
2d4.
Yeah. Why not?
D4. Oh, this is a tiny D4. What? 2, 4, 7, 9 damage
Okay.
to the floor.
You sinks into the. There's like a thin layer of some sort of membrane over the stone bricks here, and it just breaks through that and cracks. The stone sinks about all the way down to the hilt, and then dink, hits the bone. Okay, this is for me, she said.
And then I'll kind of
Christmas now.
stubbornly turn around and walk towards everyone else. And if there's anything like on the ground that I could kick, like a rock or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Kick a bunch of like crystallized pussy sludge.
Yeah.
And it breaks and shatters, and then goop falls all over the steps. Make your way back down.
If he sees a moment of silence, Roger will hand the orb over to Mira and make his way up the steps.
Instantly eaten.
What? Sorry?
So I'm just imagining Mira immediately eating it as soon as you give it to her.
No, I won't. I'll hold it.
Yeah, you can make your way
Like
up
a
the
normal
steps. And you
Give
see
it a
him
little
now a little kind of uncomfortable as well. And like, you can see he's a little shaken now as well. Now as he sees the massive robot making his way up, and he kind of has to compose himself. Yes. So.
He would keep his distance. He doesn't want to be threatening, but he is. And he will just stay his distance away, and he'll say, to avoid any further confusion, I will explain. See, I am part of the Beta Questers, but I do not share their interests fully. My reason to come here today was research. Before entering this place, I thought of the Illithids as scholars and artisans of flesh and mind, but the circus you put us through was insulting. I understand you have your rituals, so I am willing to forget about it. If you would just share some information with me, perhaps I could talk to some of your scholars.
You can see him like immediately as you're talking, his shoulders relax. He's like, oh, finally, a man of taste and culture. Yes.
A man of taste that had a galleon thrown at him. Let's not relax too much.
I apologize for our pushy nature.
He leans close and he's like, it was kind of cool. And then he leans back.
True, and one of his tentacles just stays on your face for a minute as you do come back, and he kind of holds it there as long as he can before it loses. Oh my god. But yes, we had to see for ourselves. You see, your party is so hard to get a read on. We only have information from what is in the outside world. We're not used to being unable to pry. And to see it firsthand, that your truest potential is completely unlocked. Such incredible
I understand.
possessions. It's relishing, I have to say thank you, but I apologize, yes. Whatever questions you want to ask is perfectly happy to share.
Wonderful. You see, I am interested in the mind, and whatever the mind might be, because I possess one, but you cannot read it. You have to use your meat flaps to communicate with me. Therefore, I would like to share information with whoever holds it in this kingdom about what the mind can be and how you tap into it.
Yes, I mean, I could talk all day about it, but of course, as the mind for one, as you probably know, is our only way of gaining any sort of sustenance in this world. But of course,
Yes, cool. I can tell that you don't know much about it.
Oh, we
Just
do,
point
we
me
do.
to whatever.
Of course, we do.
Okay.
We do. I can tell. I'm probably the most knowledgeable one in this room, even though we all share the one mind. I probably have a few extra cavities of information for you. We
Wonderful.
enjoy modifying and splicing DNA. We have special grafters who can excuse me. We can telekinetically manipulate on a micro level. And we learn a lot from the mind, but we also have learned a lot from the body. There's so much more. The mind controls the body. But what if we can force the body to do whatever we want it to? We go in, we manipulate the mind, and all of its makeup and all of its signals that it outputs to the rest of the body. We manipulate and splice the DNA with other creatures we might find beneficial to this species. We add those threads of DNA to their evolutionary tank. We put them in a way to evolve quickly but retain their biological age. We, typically, the way we created similar beings to the Esper and the Parasite, we have our professional grafters. But also, what we've been experimenting with recently is trying to not just change the DNA, but also unlock creatures' inner potential, their dormant potential. It can rise to the surface in different ways. Sometimes we have others emerge with psychic abilities, others awaken dormant ancestral traits, or perhaps they get new physical capabilities or lost evolutionary traits. The list goes on what is capable when you have access to the mind and when you can manipulate it on that micro level.
Yes, I understand. So far, you've spoken about biological mind, but what about, and he taps his head, goes, dunk, dunk, what about this? Would you consider a being like myself to have a mind?
Typically, we can connect.
Can you construct a mind?
We can, and we have. But
Really?
those beings, they seem to be lacking in something. They have no flavor, no fear, no
Soul?
Perhaps we're not one for dwelling on the philosophical, but if a concept such as that did exist, perhaps the mind is not the soul, perhaps there is more that we cannot acquire simply by crafting a mind. Hence why we need a host when we wish to replicate ourselves. We cannot just build and forge a being out of pure flesh. There's something more that lies in you humanoids that we need.
And you have not discovered it yet.
It has not been shared with us yet, if we have.
Disappointing, yet fair. Good. I understand. That is reward enough. And he turns and leaves.
Fair enough. Well, you kind of see he kind of wipes away a little kind of slime that is forming around the corners of his tentacles where they all meet, and he's like, he was getting a little too excited with the thought, the conversation.
Can I nudge Potema and whisper in her ear? Hey, Potema, psst. Maybe they could unlock your little dragon traits. Failure, Potema. That'd be problematic though, because you want to get rid of all the Failures, don't you? Potema speaking.
No.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you assisting us in our research. We've taken plenty of notes, and we look forward to continuing with our studies with what we have learned from you for.
Absolutely. If you have any written information, I would gladly scan it before leaving. I might even add some notes if I find you worthy of it.
We can give you access to our archives.
He makes little clappy hands. He goes, good.
You see him now kind of move his hand up, and like emerging from the ground comes these large tablets of bone with all of these lumps, like these dips and bumps, all kind of in braille. Hundreds and thousands and millions of dots all over these slabs of stone that go back and stretch down for several miles down this room that you're currently in.
Oh, goody! He will go to one end of it and continuously walk and scan them as the rest finishes what they're doing.
Yeah, if you let me know as well specifically what you want to look for. And
he's very interested in anything that might help him tap into minds more easily, like the way they do it.
Okay. I'll get you to roll an investigation check to see how much of this information you can pull in a short amount of time. And while you're doing that, I'll ask, is there anything else anyone else wants to do? Anything from anyone?
So we get to keep those strands. They're for us.
Of course, they're for you. 4, 1 for each of you. Be careful. How do you use them? Apologies, sorry. They can be used in many ways. You can absorb them into your own body, and doing so will help you manipulate time in certain ways. There is a specific room that you can tap into which will allow you to completely freeze time for a few moments, but doing so will completely and utterly destroy the strand, unable to have it be used again. Other uses of it were to weave them into weapons or tools, and doing so would allow you to alter spells that you use, alter the way you fight. Suddenly you will be able to close the time it takes for you to get from one place to the other. It's as if you would be there before you even arrived. This is quite an extensive list of possibilities. As your friend there is scanning those tiles, I'm sure you can gather some other information. Doing so will take some time and some playing around with it to figure out exactly what you want from it, but I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Kind of looking at like David and Bateva, kind of like asking for permission to like go grab a strand.
Great, that's Adam.
What's he say?
You guys couldn't hear the in the background? Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, cool. He was making loads of clicky noises, and then I was like,
That's all good.
yeah, I don't see why not.
Oh. I'll skitcher my way closer to the strand.
Sure, yeah. I mean, like they're inside the cartilage football that you're holding right now.
I mean,
All you need to do is reach in and pull one out. The cartilage has kind of got little pores all over that you can just squeeze your hand through, as if you're squeezing it through like a small latex hole, and you just stretch it open. You can pull one out.
I do so.
All right. So you're just letting it absorb into your own body, or do you want to put it anywhere specific?
I'll hold on to it for now.
Alright, so as you do, because it is a strange matter and it's hard to grasp time physically, I'll get you to make an intelligence check.
Alright. So it's only a 13.
13. With that, you kind of pull one out, and it's like it immediately goes haywire in your hand, then splitting into like other splinters and other threads, and eventually just flicks, like buries itself right into your wrist, through your armor and into your arm, and you watch your arm glow and pulse with pink light for a brief second, before it fades into nothing. You can feel it now worming through your body and splintering out through your entire being. And the last thing you feel is this cold shiver go up your neck, into your mind. You feel your mind go cold, and then it fades. Your eyes flicker a little bit of pink energy.
When that starts, could that X-ray vision it? Like, could I see what's happening?
Your X-ray vision wouldn't pick up on this. It doesn't have any
Heat signature.
Yeah, nothing like that. With your magical eyes, though, give me a perception check.
Sure.
I look increasingly concerned.
As
I
one
probably
would.
look at you a lot
Jeez.
concerned as well. Perception. That's 34.
Yeah, I mean, you watch as it's immediately seems to have penetrated, like the shape it takes as it moves through. You watch as sections of Mira's body begin to glow with this pink energy, and because it's so bright and so potent, the shape it seems to take throughout Mira's body reflects that of an entire nervous system. It seems to have gone in and taken over her entire nervous system with this pink.
I think I shiver and I go, "Ugh."
And then just as quickly as it takes over, it fades and lies dormant now.
Now she's got shiny bones and a shiny nervous system.
Nice.
Fuck. Right.
You do
So
feel
she took
different.
she took out the strand and it's just in her now?
Yeah, it just buried itself in her now. Yeah, became one with the
Oh,
light.
how many strands are there?
There's 3 left.
Can I try to look at the illithid? Like, does his expression change as this happened at all? Does he look like, I don't know,
Give me a
mischievous in
give
any
me an
way?
insight check. See what you get.
Didn't trust him.
Sure. See what you get. What you roll.
11.
11. He just kind of seems to be watching you, observing the process, more curious than anything. So his head tucked to the side. Interesting. Seems to have taken you quite easily. He kind of clicks his fingers in that moment as well, and he's like, Bradley, get over here. You see the illithid kind of look at him like, yes, come step forward. You see him kind of float over, like levitate over towards you. Cast a
Just the one with
spell.
all the eyes.
No, this is just another individual. He's got 8 tentacles like him, and he carries his staff. Don't worry. Cast some of your magic on this being.
What?
Cast a spell. Perhaps something elemental.
Just as elemental.
Yes.
Fireball.
Firebolt? Yeah, sure.
Cast fireball.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Oh, no, you don't have to. He's just gonna stand there and he's gonna take it. So you can roll for the damage.
Alright. How many? It's like, is it 86? I think.
Fireball. Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah, fireball,
fireball! Oh shit! Yeah, okay. Fuck. Yeah, all right. Go for it.
Back in.
Holy shit!
Oh, wizard. Why not?
Roll then.
I'm running back. Mad bitch.
Alright.
Wait, I'm counting.
Mhm. Bradley just kind of floating over and then. And make sure to add your
Third.
magical
Oh.
bonus as well, like any bonus you get from your magical weapons.
Point,
Oh, so it would
point
be-
blank fireball.
Yeah. So how-
33 fire damage.
Oh god. Okay, so
Fuck it.
one thing you know, and also give me roll a d4.
Alright. 3.
3. Okay. Yeah, you just throw down, they ignite this massive orb of fire that he can't help but give an audible scream. Just his skin bubbles and boils, his clothes completely burn away. He kind of crumples down to the ground into a heap, now just holding himself completely charred and blistered skin, just like.
You requested elemental. I don't.
And he then kind of sinks into the ground. The kind of same fleshy, kind of sinewy tendrils gather around him and drag him down into the floor. Impressive. I didn't expect you to go all out like that, but impressive. Patema,
You didn't specify.
give me a perception check, Patema.
Perception check.
Yeah.
That is 29.
You would have seen with your true sight that this fire did ravage his body, but it also aged him by about 3 years.
Jesus.
You might
Okay,
not
so
have
he-
noticed yourself, but no, yeah, you okay, go ahead.
No, I wasn't saying that in character.
But you might not have noticed, but you aged my associate here with your magic. You burnt away 3 years of his life.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, it's impressive.
That's worse than cigarettes. Jesus Christ.
Smoking.
I'll take it.
Cigarette fireball. Gross.
What were you going to say, Patema, there?
Me? I wasn't saying.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. In the meantime, while this has all been going on, Rojo, what have you gotten on your investigation check?
I got a 14.
14. So gathering stuff, there's so much just kind of like dry information here. It's just like so much just like repeating the same thing. It's like if you ever read like a thesis and stuff, like the first few pages are interesting, and then it's just like going back over the same thing again and again and again for several of these things. But you do manage to get some information around the mind itself, and contacting, and the closest thing they've unlocked to so illithids are naturally gifted with communicating telepathically with each other and other people. A lot of information in here on how they can do that seems to have been omitted. Like, very obviously he's hidden that information. He's only given you certain bits of information here. But you do know that in experiments, when they've experimented on other humanoids, they have tapped into latent potential of them and awakened different telepathic abilities as well, like other psychic abilities, and they're called espers. And other people have that ability within them. It just takes enough either trauma or manipulation of their mind or what they consider maybe to be the soul. There are some of these micrografters, they're called, that can manipulate molecules telepathically, and they can pair up as well to enhance one of their partner's abilities. And there have been times when they've gone so far beyond things on like an atomic scale, where they've gone beyond and they've reached something deeper, and after that subjects have been changed entirely. It seems like their whole personality and everything else about them has changed, and it's not on a physical level, but it's on some deeper level that they can't quite understand, and they seem to be still working on. But in regards to controlling the mind and manipulating it as well, they've hidden a lot of that, but they have looked at other things as well. Like there's some research on certain fungi as well that can influence the mind, and other kind of plants and herbs that they've experimented on with other beings. And some beings seem to be more susceptible to that. They also look at, they kind of touch on certain spells, but they try to avoid the use of magic. It seems to be forbidden here, but they do take note that other magical beings can manipulate people's minds and can convince them to do other things. But they do so by just simply snipping away bits of their personality, bits of their memories, and just giving them a clean wipe, and then reintroducing new orders or new bits of information. They weave that into the mind, and they just basically give it a complete wipe, and then fill it back up with new information.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, he probably is. I think it maybe feels a bit silly about like, yes, of course they would obviate like these things. It's natural for them. Fuck. Okay, well, never mind. I'm not gonna bring it up.
But they've never managed to. The only time they've managed to transfer the subconscious of one being into another is when they themselves take a host and they put one of their little tadpoles into their mind and make a new. That's how they reproduce. They put a tadpole in one of these beings and they make a new illithid, and then some of that personality is carried on sometimes into the new illithid that's formed, and that information, that personality, is shared amongst the hive mind.
Okay. Cool. And yeah, he will return to the center of the room with without another word.
Sure.
Just wait for everyone to leave.
Yeah. Fortunately, a lot of it's quite dry, and you don't. With the 14, that's probably as much as you get.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do after that fireball went off?
After seeing Mira do that with her, what were you calling them? Pink strands?
Yeah, with they're these pink threads. They're kind of like these. They're swimming currently in the cartilage sphere.
I'm gonna try and look through like the blue gem on the guard of my sword. You know, the soul sword.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see if I can look through it at the strand and see if I can pop it in it, like I used to be able to do at Lugupan.
Oh, interesting.
More for storage than anything else. But
Okay, I'll get you to make a charisma check. See if you can influence this gem to store soul. Your will it in there.
19.
19. I'm gonna make a contested check. Alright. So with that, the kind of sphere, the cartilage sphere that you're holding now, Mira, start to go berserk inside there. And then out from one of the holes, one of the pores just shoots out one of these strands and immediately darts into the orb of your blade. And you see for a second this whole blade lights up with pink veins running all through the white metal before dying down again. The orb then goes into like a dull, it goes from like a pink, then down to a dull like purple, and then slowly the pulsing stops and it returns to the blue, and you now just see this tiny little thread swimming around inside the orb.
Neat. Cool.
Two more remain. Do what you wish with them. Sorry, yeah. Go on.
No, that's all. I was just speaking.
Alright. If you wish to leave, we can send you on your way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is it ever possible to visit again? Do you mind if I take a rock?
No. I do mind.
You don't mind?
I do mind.
Oh, that's okay.
Please do not come back.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Rude.
I don't mind.
We have what we need.
Live.
Can I pick up a rock anyway?
Just doing it right like in front of his face.
I'll pick up whatever.
He's gonna make an intelligence check, see if he knows what you can do with a rock. He kind of like looks at you, pick up one of these bits of bone, squints. Be gone. And the same pink, yellow pussy goop starts to bubble below you, and just these strands rapidly come and wrap your bodies up and suck you back down.
Well, as they do, can I just can I put the rock in my pocket and can I just flip him the bird?
Sure.
I just hold my finger out at him as the pussy sludge consumes us.
He just gives a little bow of his head as you kind of shoot down through these intestines again. Patema, I need you to make a strength check as you find like a bunch of tendrils now reach into your pocket and try to grab whatever you have in your pocket out of it.
Shit, fuck off.
Can't have a rock.
Strength check. I got an unnatural 20.
They got a 23. As they pry, you're holding onto it really tight, but then slowly each strand kind of grabs the back of each one of your fingers and rips them open one at a time until they completely open up your hand and you find it shoot back into the walls and you get flushed away out of the building. And you're all vomited out of the same door back to where you were previously. So,
To where, sorry?
I'll get it now. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Yeah.
The gate 616.
So
Oh, yeah.
616. Where you see Gabriel kind of just like sitting in a tree, kind of kicking his legs, like talking to a couple of squirrels that are in the tree that have like 5 eyes on their face. He's like, and then we saw a flying house, right? Flying house. Little bird legs was like, tweet, 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 I am a bird. And then it ate Rojo and ripped his eye out of it. Oh, there! Go.
I'm gonna run like 10 feet away from the guys, and then I'm just gonna thunder step into him. Like, I'm gonna give him a big hug.
Oh, hello, my bones. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. I'm a capable old man.
I know, but those were little brainworm things or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I didn't like those. They were nasty, but these squirrels seem nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna x-ray the squirrels.
You can see there is some sort of parasite living inside of them that's rapidly mutating their DNA.
Yeah, okay, let's get away from the squirrels. Come on.
Alright, okay. Whatever you say, David. Magic man. Crazy son
Don't
of
you
a bitch.
fucking...
Oh, okay. Everyone wants a piece of me. I mean, I'm pretty hot.
I want your head. No.
You don't see many 70-year-olds with fucking six-packs. I'll tell you what. See you later, babies. And he just waves to the squirrels. How'd it go? Did you get your brain sucked out of your eyes?
Who?
No, you. Did you lose your eyes to the brain suck? Oh wait, sorry, wrong icon. Oh my god, how embarrassing.
The tunnel eroded me so hard. I'm back to
Oh,
my
you're
original-
polished. So sleek. Squeaky clean. Oh,
So cool.
it go good?
It go good.
We got a bunch of brain suckers now?
Yeah, Patema threatened that an entire people and offered them an entire region of the world.
Oh, you go, Patema. Warmongering?
What was that you offered them the rest of DU?
What the fuck? We gotta talk about these things.
Classic Patema.
I can't believe that she offered to expand, voluntarily expand the Illithid kingdom we were warned about being horrible and manipulative.
Are you going to rule over Dio now?
That would entice them would be something like that, and even that wasn't enough for the bastards.
Oh,
But had they taken the deal, what? We could
We can't offer that.
The rest of us would have not agreed.
Yeah, definitely not.
Not
That's
ours too.
ending one age of darkness to start another.
But the whole ordeal was tremendously disappointing.
Oh, I'm sorry, Robot Man.
It's okay, Flesh Boy.
I would read Robot Man and Flesh Boy. I'm sure it's very wholesome.
Well, I'm bored out of my fucking mind. I've been here for hours.
Oh, you must be hungry.
Yeah, where are we going? What are we doing?
Guys, where are we going? What do we need to do now? We got this. Did everyone hear that?
Yeah.
That was one of Adam's beatbox.
Oh no, I thought you meant your sentence.
Oh, never mind then. Oh, okay, that's great.
Yeah,
Bless
super
this
great.
iPad.
Yeah, bless this iPad.
Wait, it says my mic is muted.
Is that on your
How is
helmet?
everyone? Oh, I
Yeah,
guess.
we can't hear you.
We can hear you.
Wait, what?
Nice.
I'm so good.
Yeah, David, we
Do
can't hear
we
you
need
right
to
now.
just like sit down and think about what we're gonna do next? Are we
Give me
going?
10 minutes and I can make us a nice little break room.
Why don't we go back to Xavion's tower?
You're not allowed in anymore. We'll go somewhere else.
Come on.
You guys, you eat magic, and Vatema's just like,
I don't eat magic.
no, you just
I
support.
have a little thing if Mira's hungry, okay? I'll take out the mouthing gibbering, the living bell thing. Look, Mira
Don't-
can eat this.
That's alive, right?
Oh, will you not eat? Do I have to cook it first?
Don't eat me, I am a bell.
Oh, do we need non-sentient magic things? Okay, shit.
I mean,
I
it
mean,
just
I-
sounds like a little morally questionable to just eat something alive, you know?
Or like something's heart, I guess.
But you
The
do
heart
it
wasn't
all the
alive.
time. What
I'm
do
not-
you think bacon is?
Oh, I don't eat bacon.
No, you eat heart.
Oh, I'd like some bacon.
Monster. Which?
Anyway, tower, please.
Tower, sure, okay.
Come on, David, let's go.
As soon as raise hand and then just beam us up.
Beam me up, David.
Hey.
God, he folded quick on that
We
one.
should be beamed.
Peer pressure.
Well, they're just going into the lobby. They're not allowed in the fucking magic part.
Who are they?
Go to the kitchen.
Is that Ribena?
It is.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And who's
Who the fuck
Demon?
Who's that beautiful man?
As you beam to the outside of the Watcher Tower,
It's
you
so
see-
nice.
Yeah. Now that the place is
Oh,
not
this was
wrecked-
all on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Now that there's no more fire and everything's been undone, it's back to its beautiful self, where there's wonderful cherry blossoms, ancient cherry blossoms that surround the tower, as well as all the ancient woods all around it. And it stands now, this pristine pillar of opalescent white stone. Standing in front of it in the doorway, you see David, your daughter, and what you all recognize as Graz. The artwork drawn by Rose. Very, very beautiful.
Holy shit. It's sexy. Don't I
Ooh.
have like 3 parts of his soul?
You do, yes, yeah. And the pair of them are standing there completely frozen in place. You see as well, David, looking at Ribena, they're ragged, clutching a bandaged up, bloody stump of an arm. Their glasses are cracked, and they have streaks of grey now running through their green hair.
Oh, that is such a nice edit. Fuck
And
yeah.
they look exhausted, worn, scars all over their body, just looking absolutely ragged. But frozen.
Immediately pulled forward
What's that?
and just like inspecting them. Immediately running forward and assuming like
You look
Oh, you
forward,
actually normal ran.
inspect
Yeah.
them, look at them all, and they look exactly They look exactly how you saw them, except obviously with the Ribena looks like they've been through hell, but regardless, it's Ribena there, just standing there in front of you with Gratz's arm around her shoulder, squeezing tightly. They're completely frozen, unmoving. Eyes glazed over. Just
They're completely frozen.
completely frozen.
Holy shit! Of course, the spell. Okay. Without even thinking,
Oh, someone's a
going
sharp one.
I'm gonna run forward in absolute rage, and I'm gonna chop Gratz's arm off.
Oh my
Okay, yeah, shit. Yeah, you chop it, the blade slices through the arm. The arm does not drop, the arm stays in place. Frozen in time. There's still the slice through the arm, a bit of blood kind of trails out behind it, but then the blood freezes midair.
And I just take a few heavy breaths, and I look at my daughter, Ribena, and I'm going to try and open up to pass the weave, and I'm going to try and cast Regenerate.
Alright.
Sorry?
Okay, I'm just getting my notes up here, so, because I've got a whole thing here for you doing that
Are you
kind of
doing
stuff.
something that's gonna break reality again?
No!
You're gonna
Might just
grow
break-
another you out your foot or something.
Right, so
He is.
opening yourself up to the weave, roll me a... Actually, it's been a few days, so first of all, roll me 3d10. We're going to see how much your percentage has gone down, because it's been a while since you've used this.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was currently at 24%.
Cool. 753. That's 15.
15. Okay, so we're back down to 9%, but now I'll get you to roll a d10 as you do open yourself up to the weave again.
Okay.
Exposing
And a
yourself to
D10?
this. A d10, yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. Those were meant to be D10s, were they?
Those are d10s, yeah.
I rolled D8s. Sorry. 1 second.
You numpty.
Well,
I am a
you can re-roll them then.
I decided to shape them. That's actually worse. Should have just taken it. That's 7.
7 altogether?
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings you down to 17%. So yeah, roll me another d10 then, and that's how much you're going to add back up, because you're opening yourself up again.
And then that's a good roll. 5.
5. Okay, so back to now 22%. Okay, so you open up the weave. This same kind of movement of magical energy starts to form around you, similar to that of like a magnetic field, meeting at the center, right at your sword. Focusing on Ribena, you try to regenerate her. I'll get you to roll a d100 for me.
Oh boy. Here we fucking go.
See if it goes smoothly or not.
It's meant to be a knee-jerk reaction, because obviously I'm the fucking 13.
13 will activate the table. It's low enough. You're within the 22% margin, so... okay. So... okay. It's going to be affecting her.
Oh.
So... we
Oh
will see.
shit.
Let me see here. Kinetic surge. Not spell its target is surge. Where's the target? There we go.
I'm shaking so much.
Let's see how you mess her up. Okay, so roll me a d100. The spell does start to initially work. Though it is slow, you can slowly see these atoms piling up away from her arm, taking the rough shape, but again, they freeze in time. It's much slower than it usually would be, and you have to focus a lot. You're sweating, like beads of sweat are pouring down your face, and your back is getting hot. The sword is like overclocking as magical energy is pouring through this thing, trying to go against the magical wish of freezing time permanently. You are slowly regenerating this arm.
Holy shit!
What did you get on a D100 then?
18 this time.
18. Okay.
All the lower ones now.
Okay.
Some of the...
You feel as you pulse every bit of your being into fixing and repairing Ribena. You throw this spell again and again and again. You just pulse everything you can to break the time and repair her arm. Her arm regenerates. and you feel that spell still existing inside of Ribina's chest, and you feel like that they now have this capability of being able to regenerate
Oh, holy
at
shit.
will.
Wow.
Up to a certain amount. Give me a D4. That's how many times they can do it per day. But she will now be
Whoa.
able to regenerate.
An actual good thing happened.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it. You can do good ones as well.
Sometimes. Oh, 4.
Grats. So, Gratz and Ribina, Gratz's arm is gone, and she
The
now has
greatest.
an arm. I'm just kind of taking note, like, Grat has no arm.
His arm is floating.
Yeah, and
I
then,
do have a spare arm strapped to my back.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I guess I could have used that instead.
Okay, so
I
now
mean,
Ribina
it's
has...
a demon arm.
When Ribina unfreezes, they will permanently have the ability to regenerate 4 times a day.
Fuck. I'm just gonna collapse exhausted. Fuck it.
And you can kind of feel like your arms kind of move, and you see your arm kind of like, as it moves, it leaves kind of after images, like 4 or 5 times behind it, and then catches up with itself. The beads of sweat are now rolling off your face and floating into the air around you, changing color, like kind of like little strobe lights of rainbow light before poofing into random elements.
Oh, wow.
And
What the fuck?
you feel like you're more and more exposed to the weave now. Weird stuff is starting to happen.
Yikes.
Can you give me a perception check?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. And that is...
I'm going to say the DC is 30 first.
It's 31 that I got.
You got 31?
31.
Okay. You see right in front of the arm that's just regenerated, in the air itself, it's like there is if you were looking through a lens, it's like there's a tiny, tiny cut in the lens, in your visual. And everywhere you move in that same space in the air, it's like there's just a bit of that air missing, a bit of that space. There's just this pinhole floating in space where no light or anything. It's weird. It's like,
Oh, so it's like a blind spot.
yeah, in the air itself.
Oh! What?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I direct it towards something to just, like, see what's going on? Like the grass? Like a little bit of earth? Like, direct my eye, I guess. I don't know if it's, like, oriented around my eyes or my full body.
No, yeah, you look away, it's not there. It's only in that one space in the air. Yeah, it's right there. Wherever you look, it's just right there in just floating in space in front of Ribina's arm.
Can I rip up some grass from the earth and just kind of, like, throw it over it and see what happens?
They kind of float straight through it. Nothing seems to change.
Okay, so it's still there, like, the
Yeah,
grass.
it's still there. Grass floats down, but that pinhole remains.
Okay. I'll deal with that later.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna get up off my knees and I guess I'm not gonna try and move them because time's frozen. I'm gonna build a little prison around Gratz later, but we'll work on that.
Sure.
Can we not? If we try to move them, are they just stuck in place?
Well, David could cut through Gratz's arm, but you don't know. Maybe you can move him.
Can I grab that severed arm?
Yeah, give me a strength check.
Strength check.
Yep.
I got a 19.
19 is not quite enough. It budges a little bit, and you're like pushing it like midair, like really fucking forcing this thing. And it moves a fraction away from his arm, but you're just like, then you're just absolutely exhausted. Your body is still like battered and bruised. You try to throw everything that you have left into this, but like old wounds start to open up again, and you realize you should probably stop. With the amount of
Can I
pressure
look up and be like, yeah, actually, yeah, take his arm, and I'm gonna try and help her if I.
Sure. You can roll again then, Pateva, if you wanna. You have advantage. So roll again, Pateva, to see if you get higher.
I did not.
So a pair of you
I
are
like
pulling. You're just pulling Patema, and you're kind of like you're trying to help, but like you both of you then just collapse down onto the grass, breathing.
He's so beautiful. I really do have the taste of Aquarium. Bastard.
He just looks out, dead ahead, smiling. For a moment, David, you see his eyes just dart towards you, still smiling.
Oh my god, scary.
What were you saying, Patema?
Maybe he like why they obviously were in Lucy's prison, but now they so they got frozen in time, but somehow they got moved here. Maybe like Gratz was doing that on purpose to try and. Don't you have his soul, David? Maybe he was trying to bargain back for his soul.
He literally told maybe he was, but he literally came pretending to be Lucy, saying he chopped off my daughter's arm. I'm sorry, I flew into a blind. You're right.
You were rash there. You just chopped off his arm without really asking any questions.
Okay, you're the queen of being rash, but yes, you're right. I was rash. My queen. I was rash. Very rash.
Can I read Grat's mind? Am I able to? Is there anything going on in their heads?
Completely still. It's like a frozen picture. Give me an insight check with a disadvantage.
Disadvantage? I still got an unnatural 20. Oh, sorry, I didn't. No, sorry, it was an 18.
18. You get the sense there is one surface thought that's barely audible and strange reading thoughts that aren't moving. And the best you can gather is there's something about waiting as a surface thought. They're just
About what, sorry?
Waiting is the surface thought, more or less, that you can grasp. That's it, as vague as it can get. It's just waiting.
Waiting. Okay. Well, hello. We're here. Are they in the doorway? Like
they're just standing to the side of the doorway. The doorway is then to the left there.
Am I able to open the door, or does David have to unlock it?
David has to open it. Unless he allows you to open the door, but
I'll go walk over and unlock the door. And then do a little curtsy and bell them in.
Okay, I'll just sort of awkwardly go past the two frozen people.
Sure.
We're just gonna leave them there, or
no, we gotta find a way to put one in prison.
Where's he gotta go in prison?
We're gonna imprison Grat.
Yeah, of course.
I love the idea of you just like fastening like a bamboo cage around him.
We need some bands of balance. Wait, do we have those? Do we have bands?
Bands?
No, game I think. Bands of Bolero, like a thing for like restraining.
Oh, I don't think you do. Not that I'm aware of it. Anyway. All right. So make your way in. Gabriel immediately kicks off his shoes and just makes his way to the sofa.
He's wearing shoes?
His feet wraps, I suppose. Just gross feet wraps. He just unwinds them. You see these really gnarly, blistered feet. Incredibly callous. He just sits down and immediately starts picking away the calluses off his feet. And kind of gnawing at them.
Throw those bandages in the washing machine.
Okay, I'll get there. Just need to... just runs his fingers between his toes. Oh.
I think the washing machine's broken.
Oh no. Well, goes over and just kind of picks him up and puts him in his pocket and goes back into the sofa. There's a little pile of kind of dried flakes of dead skin where the bandages were and bits of dried blood. Oh, that's nice.
Oh. Okay, I guess we should rest and eat or something. What are we doing now? Does anybody need anything? Is anyone enlightened?
Well, I was just gonna get prepped, I guess. There's a few things I need to get done before we even consider getting Lucy?
Oh yeah, for sure. Some prep would be.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Guess I could go for a rest.
Oh yeah.
Don't any of you guys need to sleep?
Oh, I'm better than ever.
I'd like to repair myself.
Yeah, I'd like to repair myself as well. Self-reparation sounds like a good idea. Does anybody want some food? I'll go into the infinite food fridge thing
You got it.
and make some food.
One of them goes to like the elemental plane of ice. It keeps everything frozen and cold, and as you reach inside there, you hear some kind of grumbles and stuff of some sort of beast walking past this food storage in the cave. Pull out some of the frozen food, start to assemble some sort of meal.
I have cookie pizzas. Does anyone want a cookie pizza?
Sure.
There's also some fish fingers.
Fish fingers?
Oh, fish fingers and roast potatoes. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. Cooking time. Anybody want to help? Mira, you're pretty good with a knife, right?
Yeah.
Come help me
Sure.
cook. Oh,
Okay.
Start
here, chop
prepping
these
some-
potatoes. I'm making onion rings.
Aw, yeah. You got everything here. You got all the facilities, all the food, and I'll get yourself, David, to make a performance check with advantage.
7 plus. Oh, it's a 7 and a 3, but then there's plus whatever. Performance. Can't be that bad at performance. That's 15.
15. With a 15, what do you think you manage?
Some very, very crispy onion rings.
Is that
Like
it?
they're nice, but like you can't really. You might be able to taste onion, but there's no texture of onion. It's definitely mostly like just pleasantly crispy food.
Very
That's
nice.
all.
Pleasantly crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Some mashed potatoes, some hot fish fingies. There's even ketchup. It's been taken from the future world and brought here. But it seems to be like a really old brand, like from when Heinz first started up.
Oh, nice. Glass bottle, yeah.
Yeah,
Sick.
really old label.
I'm gonna be very, very sparing with it. No.
Ketchup from 1869.
Is that when it was
My
set up?
grandparents
Yeah,
once had
apparently.
like
Oh,
a.
yeah.
I went to ketchup at my grandparents' house. I
I went to ketchup with my grandparents.
I went to my house
You
with my
went to
grandparents'
ketchup?
house and had food there. And like they have like the same meal every day, like they have for like 20 years. It's roast beef, it's parsnip, it's carrots, and it's very nice potatoes.
Mm.
But at one point, I just wanted ketchup, and it was 8 years out of date. It's a long time to go out of date. Like, never mind being out of date for 8 years.
Probably keep that for you.
I think I still used it. It was okay.
It's probably a bit brown instead of red.
No, it was extra red.
Oh,
It actually
wow.
glowed in the dark. It didn't glow in the dark. That's a joke.
Nice.
I am sick.
You'll sit down, have a wonderful meal of crispy onion rings, potatoes. It's like the first time you had like a really nice meal as well. Like there was a nice banquet at Roomgrop, but this is kind of more familiar food to especially you, David, and Potato, potentially. Well, it's not like a nutrient squeezy box or anything from the Cyberpunk world, but
Oh yeah.
it's pretty good.
Hey, Roger, you need anything? I know that this isn't kind of your taste, but if there's anything that can rustle you up, happy days.
I enjoy watching you eat. I cannot do it myself. It's fine.
That is so
Company
cute.
is good enough.
Oh, sweet. We are your food. Food for thought.
Yes, you are my food.
Laughs uncomfortably.
Alright. So,
Um,
as you all kind of finish your meal and clean up and everything else, I suppose you can all go off to rest if you want to rest, or if there's anything you want to stay up to do, let me know.
I think I'm good.
I'm gonna go up to the library and start drafting up ways to put a little prison around Gratz and fall asleep doing it.
Oh, very sweet. Talk it out. How about
Roger
you?
will just sit next to him and watch him as he repairs himself.
Nice. And Patema, anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till Mira goes to bed.
Sure.
Mira doesn't go to bed, but she does like find like a quiet corner somewhere.
Now, instead of going through like loads of maps, because you're probably all on different floors and everything, we could say that you do find a nice corner where there is like a little bit of a study set up here as well, if you want to do whatever you want to do. Patemo, I assume you're just going to a bedroom waiting for Mira, or is there anything else you'd like to do? You want to hang out with Mira? Or?
Yeah, I can hang out with her if she's not going to bed. And just relax.
I immediately put away whatever I was doing.
Sure thing.
Do you want some space?
Oh no, I thought you were gonna get some rest or something. You had a bit of a rough time there, Yeah.
I'll give you some space. And I will not relax near Mira. I will relax somewhere else.
Sure thing. Alright.
I'm so sorry.
Alright. So, David, you work away, you immediately, like, sleep overcomes you, fall asleep. David, you find a nice place to just hang, relax. Rojo, you're there repairing yourself. And now we go to Mira, tucked away in a section of the
Is she in the magic armory?
Let's okay, fuck it. I said I wouldn't change the level, but maybe I can find something. Where do you think is a nice place? Just any kind of place tucked away, or do you want to have any access to any kind of arcane thingy-majigs?
If there's any like tools anywhere in the tower, I'd like to have access to those.
Yeah. Let me see here. So there's a garden filled with arcane objects. There is also a room filled with magical items, and there's also workbenches there as well that you can tinker with things. So
I'm afraid Patema and Mira are still locked out of those for previous.
Oh, that's totally fair. Yeah, so you would have access to the sleeping quarters. Would they have access to the teleportation room? You know what?
Sorry?
You probably the best place is either the library or the sleeping chambers. We'll bring you to the library. Let's do that.
Can I find at least like a screwdriver or something?
Yeah, there's definitely one in the desk somewhere for sure.
Yeah, just something.
Sure.
Anything.
Absolutely. So I'll be there, I'll be there, and we'll pop you just here. G'day. Actually, you know what? We'll just put you in the central room. Or no, you probably want to be in a private room. Okay, cool. Okay, so you find a nice, just a screwdriver and a few other bits and bobs here. There's a small, like what looks like a very tiny crowbar as well for prying things open. You find a pen. You kind of just gather a few little bits and pieces here, looking around the tower, scavenging for bits to start working on what you want to work on. So, tell me what you're doing.
What? Mira was quite disappointed in the fight today. She was kind of... I mean, she has a lot of spells at her disposal, but seeing as like how insanely powerful everyone else is, she was kind of like, whoa, okay, well, I feel like I need to step up my game a little bit, so she's gonna go through her stuff, which there's a lot of. Yeah, she's just gonna just see what her inventory is and what she has at her disposal. Eventually she gets to the eye. You know, she kind of wrinkles her nose at it. It's like, it's not being very helpful. It keeps missing. And worse than that, every time she does miss, certain someone seems to find it quite funny. So she goes to put it away, but then pauses for a moment and reaches for a screwdriver. And she starts tinkering with it.
Okay. So, the eye itself, the eyelid, is made up of these metal plates that kind of close around, similar to a natural eyelid. The rest of it then has a silver, kind of golden hemisphere at the back. Everything's pretty smooth, pretty sleek. But if you'd like, you can try to pry it open.
I would like to try it.
Alright. So I will get you to just make a... first, I can say you can make a dexterity check. Sleight of hand check for me.
Sleight of hand? Okay. Alright. What's my sleight of hand?
You could if you want to use brute strength, but I feel like that's probably enough.
I'm not very strengthy.
Strength.
That would be a 21.
21 is pretty good. With that, you slowly start to pry away each section, each eyelid, each plate of the eyelid, and you put them down to the side. Pluck off the next one, pluck off the next one. Getting each individual to the side. You then jam in the screwdriver and the other kind of crowbar thing. You kind of pry open then the entire back, the entire hemisphere at the back. The eye is just staring at you this entire time, unblinking now. And the hemisphere just rolls down onto the desk. And you look at the back of the eye, which you've never seen before. All gold, but then completely covered in arcane runes, which you... Give me a history check. See if you can mark out what kind of language is on these runes. But they are smothered. It is all over.
So that's a natural 20 to a total of 26.
Okay. So, looking at these runes all over, kind of spiraling throughout the thing, and then making all these strange, intricate patterns throughout, like some sort of labyrinth of runes. Running through here, running also through the back of the hemisphere. You recognize the writing here. It's a really ancient form of what's it called? Abyssal. Not that you know Abyssal and you don't know how to speak it, but you know that this is an Abyssal that is long lost, and the only other place you've seen this Abyssal is in the dead city of Kulla, where you saw this same type of writing scrawled all over the buildings. And these buildings had this writing throughout them, and they all started to point towards the center of that city. And you look at it now, and you've studied that city since being there. You looked it up, you looked up the maps, and you looked up studies that Sunbow had on this city in the history books, and the pattern of the buildings themselves and the way they're laid out is the exact same pattern, intricate pattern that's on the back of this eye. And there's a few things you note as well. There's every single microscopic rune carved into this is then filled with some sort of powdered crystal. And I'll get you to make an arcane check as well for me to see what you can decipher from here, and with this concoction of runes and arcane symbols.
All right. That's a 28.
Okay. So, the first thing that you notice is along the back of this eye, there are a type of stabilizer written into some of the runes. This specific stabilizer that you kind of point out, that you kind of search out, is made out of a different kind of powdered crystal than the others. It limits the amount of eldritch energy able to leave this eye at any one time. And it limits the amount of times that energy can be used in a day. And this is how magical charges work in enchanted items. You'd know this, and this series is far more complex than how they typically work, and there's different forms that they can take, but this you recognize as a stabilizer. And essentially, each charge in a magical item is a pathway of runes, like similar to like circuitry. And when that pathway is used, it burns out and has to recharge until it can be used again in that day. So the more charges you put into a magical item, the more uses you can get of that energy, the more the energy can shoot through that thing and release whatever powers it has. But obviously, the more stabilizers you add to it as well, the more unstable it can be, actually. And typically, these runes on magical items are filled with like rare gemstones, which channel arcane energy really well. They're really good conductors for arcane energy. But the power in these runes, as you start to take it apart, seems to be made out of something far more powerful, and it reeks. Your tummy kind of grumbles a little bit and turns, as it stinks of dreamer energy. Like whatever ingredient is used to fill these runes, it's incredibly potent. I'll get you to make either an arcane check or a history check here to see if you know what this is.
Going to be Arcana because I'm good at that.
No worries.
That's 25.
25. So this smell is quite similar, and you know as well through your research what this is. This is powdered ion stones, and specifically ion stones that are taken from concentrated dreamer crystal that was in the meteor under Malekith's tower. He made you that ion stone from concentrated dreamer crystal. And they look at the both of them, and they had the exact same kind of energy output and the kind of same kind of wavelengths of and scent of arcane energy. So you feel that you could probably add additional arcane pathways to this if you wanted to release more eldritch energy, like multiple times per day. But each line that you add has the potential to cause the relic to become more unstable. And as these pathways as well, they're repressors as well for arcane energy. And it's what stops this eye just from shooting off eldritch beams whenever it wants. But the more you add as well, the more energy is allowed to flow through this thing, the more control it has as well of itself. Because initially, like right now, you have one doorway that can open once per day. But if you start adding more doorways, that's more ways this energy can get out, and the more unstable it can become. And you know that you could probably grind down this ion stone if you have the means, and you could try to fill your runes that you carve into this with this powder. So that's one thing that you take from this. I'll get you to make another Arcana check here as well, because as you investigate now the hemisphere at the back of this thing.
Fair enough. 19.
19? 19 would be enough to know that right in the center where all these runes spiral at the back of this hemisphere, there is a very flat disc of crystal filled with some sort of arcane energy. And it seems to be it's an arcane battery. And they have all different shapes and forms that they take in magical items typically. This one seems to be made out of diamond. And they're often filled with like a clear arcane energy that allows users to like adapt. It adapts to people's personal like wavelengths and things, and their own kind of soul almost. And it allows people to have a deep enough connection with a magical object that this is essentially how a magical object can like be attuned to. Often magical items have some sort of core, some sort of battery in the center that is filled with this neutral magical energy that can easily adapt to the user. And if you spend enough time with it, you can infuse your own kind of personality into it. Yeah, so that's what you understand. So at the back here, with a 19, you think as well, this completely like suppresses the eye's power to control itself. These things are put into magical items so that you can control it, and it's attuned to you. But then as soon as you unattune to it, that clear energy can leave, and the essence of that person can leave, and so someone else can be attuned to it. But over time, what can happen with magical items as well is if you spend years with a magical item, they can become so connected to the user that they no longer serve anyone else, and so much of the user's personality gets stored in there that they become these relics that are forever changed and almost have a personality of their own, and they do what they want, and you can wield them, other people can wield them, but they will always have their own personality of the original user who use those. So you could probably try to force this process if you want. You can try to make this faster so that your own energy is infused in this, and your own personality is inside this eye. And again, you have an item that has enough. You can't necessarily just directly put your own energy into it quickly like that, because it'll be like giving dog's blood to a human. But you need to dilute your energy somehow. And there is one thing that has that on your person. There is an orb that was taken from you. It was literally ripped out of your soul back in a wizard game. This little bead of dreamer energy has both like pure dreamer energy concentrated inside of it, but it might also have remnants of your own soul diluted in there, because it was so wrapped up in your body, your soul, your very being, that you might be able to try and infuse this energy into that little disc of pure neutral energy. You can try to overwrite that so it is just only your personality in this eye, and you have complete control of it, but you will also be suffusing like a bunch of dream energy into it as well.
High risk, high reward.
But it'll deeply connect your soul to this eye, and it will be your eye, and no one else will be able to use it, and you will be able to essentially add your spellcasting DC to this thing instead of using whatever it has. Because also this battery seems to be suppressing whatever powers this eye has. Like it's like potential is repressed, but you feel like when you've seen the eyes connect before, they kind of give off, similar to how when you're tuned to an item, you put your personality into them. When other eyes are close together, they seem to influence each other as well, and that ramps up the DC of the eyes because it fills it a little bit with dreamer energy as well. But you could just ramp it up to the 9s if you put all that dreamer energy in at once and your own energy. Could go really well or could go really badly. So those are the things that you kind of discern from this. You've got that arcane battery that you can fuse with yourself and your own energy, and then you've got these runes. You can try to write some new runes. That'll also potentially make it quite unstable.
Can I try to figure out? I also have an Ion Stone on me.
Yeah.
Given to me by Malagreth.
Yeah.
Who notoriously has all of this weird dreamer shit going on in his house.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to discern if there's any connection with that, with what I see inside the dreamer eye?
Yeah, like I said, the powder that is crushed up inside these runes, especially along the kind of repressors, that is crushed up Ion Stone as well. Pretty much the exact same stuff as what you have.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah. So you could crush up your stone if you've had a way to do that, and you can try to put that dust into runes that you carve. You can write some new runes. Yeah. You won't know how many runes you can probably put on there until you start. It depends also how much power is in your Ion Stone left as well. Like that all determines how much you can do. Yeah, those are your options right now. And if you like, I can give you a few moments to like think about.
Yeah, we can say she'll start tinkering with it and see
You
what
want to start doing
happens.
it now?
But,
Okay, so what's the first thing you want to try to do?
let's start with the Ion Stone.
Okay, so
See
you're gonna
where
try
that
to
goes.
crush it. How do you want to try to crush this into a powder? It's a magical rock, but you tell me how you
It
want
is
to
a
do
magical rock.
it. You feel like physically crushing it probably won't work, but magic might. If you have any spells that you think might work.
It's actually. I don't know. I'll come back to that.
Okay.
I'll think about what I can use to crush
well,
it.
I know I give you a lot of information there, so there's a lot of stuff you have to figure out. You have to figure out how to dissolve or crush up the ion stone. You've got to figure out what tools you're going to use to carve these microscopic runes over the back of the eye. You do know the back of the eye isn't completely solid. It is a little soft. So carving it might be okay, but you might need some sort of arcane implement. And then you need to also figure out how you're going to transfer that pure dreamer energy into the back of the eye itself. So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Someone in your party is very good at crushing things.
That is true. If it seems like I can't do it, I might come to Rojo. Rojo feels like safe.
At the moment as well, I will say, because you're kind of next door, Rojo, you're just repairing yourself, and you can get a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
Boys just hanging out in the workshop.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is my dice roll? Here. Perception check. That is a 13.
13. Okay, so occasionally when you're tinkering with yourself, you'll hear like the classic kind of sparks and drilling and everything else that you typically make. But then along with that rhythm, it occasionally breaks and you hear another like ding, 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 coming off somewhere. Very, very faint, but it you're so used to the nice rhythm that you get into, this throws you off just ever so slightly.
I see.
Someone else is tinkering.
I'll suppress my own repairing so I can move, and I will try to calmly make my way out of the room and try to follow the noise. I'm not stealthy, like even if
yeah. You kind of
Mira
move
would
the
probably
table as
be
you
able
walk
to
out of the
hear.
room. David's head just kind of slips off a book and it knocks onto the table for a second. David, give me a concentration check or constitution check for a second.
Jeez, I didn't mean to.
I just realized that.
Dead.
He has got
Sorry.
sensitive eyes. Ears, I mean.
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. Yeah, good. Constitution saving throw.
7 plus something. The Constitution saves are actually quite good. 18.
18 is high. You stay asleep.
Joder.
Constitution would probably be, if you had a low roll there, I would have woken you up. But you're sleeping like a baby. Okay. So you make your way out. You as well, Mira. You probably obviously hear them moving outside.
Oh yeah, immediately start hiding my shit. Just like like throw my cloak over the stuff on the table.
So you throw everything over. Like you hear a bunch of this movement as well inside the room. It helps you, in fact, like find where the sound's coming from. And you make your way into the room. You see Mira just kind of throwing something over the desk, like, and a little bit of a faint gold glow comes from like a bit of cloth that she's thrown over the desk.
He just kind of puts his hands up as in like, whoa, it's okay. I mean no harm. It's what you're doing a secret. I must admit, I am curious at whatever it is that's making the noise that you're doing.
Mira just looks like a child that's being caught with her hand in a cookie jar. She's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was being so loud. No, yeah, it's just
Very.
tinkering with my my items, for if we are going to fight Lucy. Felt like it's a good idea.
May I aid? I am interested in mechanics, you see. Ha. Ha. Ha.
I mean,
Or I
look
can
behind
just
you.
leave and he starts leaving.
Oh no! Oh, wait.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
You seem a little less uptight than David, right?
David sneezes in the other room.
Depends on your understanding of uptight, I suppose.
Like, you don't seem as anxious and stuck up. A little more free
Oh, I
free-minded,
suppose.
you know?
Yes. I'd like to
Oh.
think of myself that way, yes.
Yes, great. Oh, yeah. I was thinking I have a bit of a problem. You seem very strong. Do you have a way of crushing items without like breaking them if they're magical, you know? Like,
Depends on the size. And as he tries to get through the door, he kind of gets stuck for a little bit. And he tries to get his arm through, and then he makes his way in.
Amazing.
well, it's quite small. It's just I would like to have it powdered without it losing its abilities, you know?
I can try. He will put one of his hands on one of his like small arms, the shittier one that he recently added on the desk, and he with the big claw hand that he has, he will start to make very minute scratches on the palm in one direction and then in the other and then in another to make like a very rough surface, and he will do the same with the thumb of his other small arm, and he will say, so if you placed the item here, these two arms are dexterous enough that I could try to grind without, and he like punches the table without too much force. I should be able to gently grind it.
That would be great. Actually,
It
very
is
very
begun.
slowly, like I removed the rope from the table, revealing the dreamer eye and the orb and all of that.
Ooh,
It's completely
shiny.
dissected.
Yeah.
He kind of gets distracted and he looks closer at that and tries to scan it. What is it?
The eye of the dreamer.
Ah, him. Yes, of
And
course.
then she goes to the other orb. This is some sort of a dreamer essence, and this other one is an ion stone, also made of some type of
Ooh.
dreamer essence.
It's like when you
Dreamer
find like a
essence.
mega fan and they're just like they're so happy to show you all their merch that they have, like from like some BTS band or something like that.
Yeah, no, he like sits, like scoots a chair over and like sits on it and it creaks and he just hunches over and holds these things as delicately as he can. He's like, ooh.
Yeah. So I figured I could put all of them together, maybe, just to make one powerful orb. You know?
Seems like an unstable contraption.
It's fine. You know?
We can try.
Yeah. It's
Well,
just I had to just figure
what
out how to do it.
needs-
But
What needs grinding? And he places his hand on the table.
very carefully give him the ion stone.
Alright, it like just
He said, no, he's joking.
you gotta put it down, but it does just float a little above your hand.
I think I like to think if it's small enough. I don't know how big is it. How
Oh,
would it be like
it's-
smaller
it's-
than his eye?
It's a little stone. It's like it'd be smaller than your eye.
Tiny pebble. I see. Yeah, no, he will try to like place it floating over his palm, and he will like point an arm, his other arm at the first hand. I know this is complicated, and press the thumb against the stone to trap it in between his thumb and his palm, and then from his wrist the hand will start to rotate over and
that's
over
cool.
and over
Hell yeah, that's very cool.
against these rough surfaces to crush it.
Hell yeah. I'll get you to make a strength check with advantage.
Okay.
The DC is 30.
Pretty handy
Let's
when
see.
one of your friends is also a home appliance.
Coffee grinder.
So one of them is 26,
Okay.
and the other one is yes. Okay, yeah, that is 18 plus 11, which is 20. Oh no,
29.
that wouldn't make it.
I will say you start spinning. You hear the crack, and you get off a little bit, and your kind of hand just slips, crushes like about half of the Iron Stone. The other half of the Iron Stone loses its power, but you do crush a very small morsel of this Iron Stone. Enough for maybe 1 or 2 uses, depending on how well you use it, Mira. You've got 2 tries.
This is as best as I could do. I apologize.
I mean, the best you could have gotten was yeah, I won't say, but it's pretty.
Yeah, I would have had to
That's
roll
better
the
than I
natural
could have
20.
done. I would have just probably crushed it, and that would have been it. I can use this.
About 2/3 of this thing has been crushed up.
That's fair. I will
If
start.
this is a thing you would like to do regularly, I can start modifying my hand to be more effective at crushing.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if I'll get this opportunity again, but maybe.
Sounds cool. I'm into body modification, you see. It is a pastime.
I can respect that.
Cool, he goes for a fist bump.
You're a tiny fist bump.
Ding.
I'm gonna try to start, like, try to carve runes into it, I guess. Take,
What-
like, the tiniest screwdriver and try, like,
Tiny screwdriver. That is, even though it's a screwdriver, it's pretty crude, but you can definitely try. I'm gonna say with the implement that you have, it'll be at disadvantage, whatever you're doing.
I mean, I could also use my sword, but that feels too big for
You could. Both are probably. They're not designed for this purpose, but you can try. It's gonna be a crude job, but you can definitely try to start making one of these lines. So it will be a sleight of hand check. No, you know what, I'll say it's an Arcana check, but you use your Dexterity modifier for it.
Oh shit. It's an Arcana check? Oh, right.
Hmm,
Okay,
but-
that's okay.
Yeah, use your Dex mod.
That's fine, that's fine. And
I'm
my
finding this
proficiency
by
is I am
freak.
proficient.
I'd love to help.
Yeah, I know you probably would.
I know, but you also tell me not to do it.
While you're doing that, you're rolling away. Patema, you've been just kind of chilling at the moment.
Yeah, actually,
and-
while Mira was... Oh, sorry, did you have something in...
No,
in
no,
mind?
I'd just say Mira's probably been doing this for like a few hours now at this stage.
Yeah, well, while Mira was tinkering, I was having a look at... Because we leveled up.
Yeah.
I was looking at my next psionic discipline, and the one I've decided to choose is Mastery of Air. So I'll say I was probably practicing using my like psychic abilities to like levitate and stuff.
Cool.
And when I kind of get it figured out, can I beckon old Gabriel into the room?
Yeah, absolutely. He's like conked at the moment, but as soon as you like say anything to him, he's like, what's
Come here. Watch this.
Okay.
Is there a window actually? Can I bring him somewhere where there's a window?
Yeah, sure. I'll say it can be a window in this room for sure.
And how high up the tower would we be? Like, how high up the tower can I get with Gabriel?
So,
Where there's a window.
I will say the highest you can go is each floor is about maybe 15 feet roughly high. So first floor, second floor. I would say you can go as well. Some of the rooms are closed off, so I would say you can get maybe 45 feet. Up in
Okay,
there.
nice. Okay, cool. I'll be like, watch, Gabriel, watch this, and I'll
Okay,
jump
yeah.
out the window.
Oh, there she goes. You jumping out the window?
Yeah.
All right. He immediately
He's
like
just
darts
like, yeah,
to the
this is
window
happening.
to look out, just like not trying to help you or anything like that. Just like really excited, looking to see what you're doing. Oh shit!
And I fall 45 feet, and I do not take any damage.
Oh shit! He immediately like climbs out and hops down beside you and doesn't take any damage either. Fuck, that was cool. Are you okay? Knees not getting out? Fuck, that's cool.
That is so useful for payment.
Hell yeah. It is, absolutely.
Once I saw that ability, I was like, shit, I need that one.
That is, yeah, you're always jumping off things.
Yeah, so now I am immune to fall damage.
Oh my god, that's cool.
And can also kind of levitate a little.
Oh, no, I can see. Your hair is definitely doing some stuff. I think your toes are off the ground.
And then I guess I'll just spar with old Gabriel.
Oh shit, yeah. Can we get back in, by the way?
Well, I mean, I can just float up.
Sure. I mean,
But can Gabriel run up walls?
I kind
Go
of.
back in the window?
I can try. Let me have a fucking try. Let me do some parkour. Oh shit, that was fucking dope. That's 30. So you just see him sprint up the thing like it's fast. He kind of takes a step back, does a few stretches, and you hear all his bones creak, and you're like, "There's no way this old man can run like 10 feet." And immediately just dashes. There's a whole puff of dust where he left off, and now is immediately bounding up the wall, latching onto any bit. Like he's kind of like slapping his hands in places, and then shifting his body weight and like sliding around the thing. Really weird how he's moving up, but eventually grabs onto the window ledge, taps it. He's like, "Oh fuck! There's glass. There wasn't glass here before." I think we're not.
Oh, is the window closed?
Yeah, there's just like a force field kind of in front of the window currently.
Oh, whoops. Okay, we'll come back down. I guess we'll use the doorbell.
Sure. Just lands back down into the dirt. I mean, we could spar for a bit, but we can use the doorbell too. I'm a fine idea. I mean, I like the dirt. He's wiggling his toes immediately in the dirt and the grass and like plucking up bits of grass with his toes.
Yeah, we'll just practice.
Yeah, we don't
sparring.
need them. We don't need them. Whatever. All right, try it.
We can find a way in later.
Yeah, 100%. Try to hit me.
That is a 29 to hit.
Well, yeah, that's gonna hit. Like clobber him straight in the face. What are you hitting him with?
Oh, I meant like sparring with like knives.
Oh shit, we're using knives? Oh fuck, okay.
Do you have like his katana?
I do, but I don't want to use it. He's immediately trying to just bring up the like closed katana up to block whatever attacks coming in. That you hit him though, absolutely. How much damage does this do?
Oh yeah. Second.
Ah!
6, 2, 8.
Oh, you know what? He's going to. Oh no, never mind. He can't. It's if he missed. Never mind. Oh no, he's going to use a superiority dice to add something to his AC. So that's not enough. That was a 1. So you hit him. He tries to like fall back and kind of almost go back into just fold in half, basically backwards. You still like continue with the dagger and continue down right to his neck.
No, I'm using pain.
Oh, you're using pain. Okay, I thought it was daggers. It's escalated very quickly. Oh,
I thought it was daggers. What's going on?
Well, he's got a katana, so I'll use pain. We'll
That's
just
fair.
like have a little spar.
Alright.
I did 25 damage.
25 damage. You slice him right in the neck and blood immediately starts sprouting from his neck. He's like, oh,
Jesus Christ, are we gonna all wake up to
Ah!
a Gabriel?
Not bad. You want to fucking do it? Do you want to party? Alright. And he's gonna just try to punch you with his fist.
Oh, he's just gonna punch me?
Yeah, he's gonna
Okay.
try to punch you. So that is
Sorry, no, that was 27 damage.
27 damage. Good to know. Okay. Well, that's a 28 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Haha! Motherfucker. He's coming up with a fist and he is going to
You're a piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit, you fucking cut me! That's gonna be, oh, he can reduce the damage, I don't know that. Fucking, that's dope. He's gonna reduce that damage by 5 plus Dex mod, which is 5 plus monk level, which is 15. So he only takes, 5 plus...
Wow.
Yeah, no, 15 plus, he reduces by 25, so he only takes 2 damage.
Oh, you don't think?
Yeah, he kind of rolls with the blade, and it does cut his neck a little bit, but he's not bleeding too much, he's just overreacting. And as he does kind of move away and come up to punch you, you can see there's only a small little cut there. And he goes and punches you right between the legs, and he's going to do this.
Oh, okay.
Just going for, he's playing dirty immediately. He's not a gentleman.
I thought he was literally.
He's what?
I thought he was literally a samurai.
He is, yeah. But he's also just like a bit of a shit too. It's like as soon as he's seen you're using knives, but he's doing it so he can do. That's 10 damage that you take. 10 magical bludgeoning damage between the legs, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Easy. Ooh, that's the lowest I could have rolled. That's a 13.
Oh my god! Yes! Fuck yeah! You're stunned. And he's just like, ha! That's what you get! Don't fuck with me! You're scary! And he's gonna run as far as he can. He's gonna run 55 feet away. So you're just paralyzed on the floor for a moment, for a few seconds. You can't move. And he's gonna make a stealth check and try to hide.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to fight,
He doesn't want to fight with blades, but yeah. So you got a 26 to try to hide. Like a ninja. But with true sight you can find him wherever he is.
I do need to find him though, because
It's true.
I probably need to see to that wound of his, because it's not a normal wound.
Yeah. He's gonna turn into a fungus man. If he does. Yeah.
So if I don't sort that out, he will turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
So I will go looking.
Yeah,
for him.
give me a perception check.
Perception check. Doodle-doo. That's an unnatural 20.
For the life of you, you cannot find the old man.
Fuck.
You spend about an hour at this stage now looking for him. And at this stage, this is about the stage where you're still looking for him. And occasionally you hear like chuckling from one tree, and you look over that way, he's not there. And it's like...
He doesn't happen to have any magical items on him, does he?
He does, but it's currently suppressed.
So would I be able to see the magic item? Because I can like detect magic items with my.
Not with this one. No, he is all about that stealth, and he hides his magical item. But in the meantime,
stupid old man.
Again, the laughter disappears and reappears somewhere else. Okay. In the meantime, David.
Yeah.
You're sleeping.
Uh-huh.
And you have this feeling like you're sleeping inside like a womb. And you just hear this like heartbeat all around you, running through your body. And you open your eyes. And you stand now in front of this sphere, completely encased in like a neon green net. Kind of like if you were in like Digimon World or whatever, and there was a sphere and it's now completely covered in this luminous green net all over it. The net is pulsing and ripples are coming from it, like different wavelengths kind of ripple out from parts of the net as it pulses. And you look at it and instinctively you know that this is the weave.
Oh. I thought it was Lugapen.
No, this is the weave that you were looking at. The weave is the net around it, but there's something else, something below. And you start to see thin little threads of green coming away from the net. Small punctures in this very fine mesh that you've made.
That I've made.
Hmm.
Oh no. Huh. This is a dream, right?
It is a dream.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go over and tap my foot and be like, and just put my finger on my chin and get really close to it and bend over and look at it. Is it small? Is it big? Is it bigger than me?
It's huge. It's massive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're quite far away from it, floating in this just space, and you are just black space, and you are looking at it. It's quite far away, but it's like small planet size, like asteroid size.
Huh, should it
Massive
be inside you? I just say that out loud, obviously, because it's a dream. So I'm pondering thoughts. Maybe this is not good. I feel kind of scared out here. And I'll try and, like, I suppose, float towards it or fly towards it if I'm able to.
Yeah, you do. You kind of float down towards it, and now you see the ripples kind of more exaggerated as you come in. The kind of net begins to, like, flicker, like strands of the net flicker, kind of like beeps in a what's the kind of heart pace, like kind of heart rate kind of monitors.
Yeah.
They each ripple kind of like each strand of the net ripples like that every time that the thing pulses like a heartbeat.
Can I put near like one of the broken bits?
Yeah, you can go and you can see one of them's kind of flicked away, and it's kind of like blowing in the wind almost. And every time a pulse goes through it, it vibrates again. And you go down to that area, you just see it's a single strand. No, like literally as thin as a piece of thread for sewing, even thinner. Barely visible, this little thin green light. The diameter no wider than a pinhole.
Oh. Can I try and grab the bit that's just kind of flapping?
Yeah. You grab it, and as soon as you do, you were just connected with everything magical all at once. Every magical item that exists out there, every spellcaster, every spell goes off through your mind in like this infinite loop of chaos and control at the same time. As you grab this thread, you understand this is what allows people to do what they do. This is the structure of the magical universe. And it's just torn a little bit.
Can I try and like fly over to the other bit and then just like try and like just tie it back on?
Tie it back up? You can try. You can give me a sleight of hand check.
Okie dokie. 13 plus house light and eye. 28.
28. You tie it, and you kind of like, you're super proud. You're like, yes, it is done. Cleaned up, and then you just watch as another pulse goes through it, and with each pulse, the knot gets looser and looser and looser, and after so much time passes, it eventually does come loose again. And with each pulse, the gaps that are left get a little bigger. And you know, in time, probably years from now, that little pinhole that you saw outside the tower might be about the size of a thumbprint. And then a few years later, it might be the size of a fist. And then it might be the size of a whole person.
Ooh, I gotta close the gap. Can I hold it again and then like try and hold it to like where it should hold it in one hand and then with my other hand try and hold it where it should be connected to, and then see if I can like, I don't know, channel as if I'm like part of the weave.
So one thing you notice as well is even in this short period of time, that bit of thread that could connect and be tied up to the other end, there's not enough slack for it to even reach. It's just a few millimeters off, and you're now holding where it should connect and the end of the thread, just trying to secure it. And you can feel the energy, the magical energy again surge through you, connecting you through the entire weave, and you lock that space. But you know, as long as you're here, you're holding it, but you have to spend forever holding that closed. And you know as well, as you're connected to this weave, there's several other holes all around Gostar where you've connected to the weave and opened it up to achieve miracles.
Are all of them mine? Like,
All of the pinholes are ones that you've made recently, trying to access what is below the weave. You've opened up tiny little holes to allow miracles to happen and wild magic to come through.
What have you done?
Just tried accessing the schools of magic, but they're gone because of you. There's a floating spectral Patema in my dream.
What are you doing? What have you done? Go away.
I'm your conscience, your twisted conscience. I like it. Just kind of like cross my legs and just float there looking at it, tapping my chin, trying to figure out what to do. Just start puzzling over that, I suppose. I put it on my mental to-do list. I pull out my iPhone 6 which I brought with me, and I open the to-do list
in your dream. As you look at all the letters are backwards, forwards, like all muddled. You just can't read any sort of text. It is a dream, and you cannot read it.
I know. Yeah. But it's and it just says, I just try and write fix the weave.
Fix the weave. Uh-oh. Sad face.
Fix the weave.
Oh shit. In my dream I say, I left my daughter outside. And I guess if I know it's a dream, I'll try and wake up.
Yeah, sure. And again, there's like this big pulse. You kind of fall over. You hit your head off of something, and you're kind of a little shaken. And now in your ear, you could just hear this, like a drill going through concrete, and you're like, "Oh fuck, what is that?" And eventually, you wake up to the sound of some sort of machinery just slowing down.
I'm gonna take like a really deep breath, and then I'm gonna like try and very quietly like peer to see whatever it is.
You turn around the corner, you can see just the hulking figure covering up the entire doorway of Rojo's back.
I'm just gonna throw my eyes up and then just walk away. I'm gonna.
There's just like a do not disturb sign
stuck on his back.
Johnny.
I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna see if I can get the tower to reshape around my daughter so she's not just outside.
Okay.
I want to leave Gratz outside.
You can do that. Yeah, give me a charisma check. See if you can. You haven't moved this much of the building before, but give me a charisma check.
I feel like Gratz might actually be a good guy now.
With that, it just encapsulates her. She is now safely inside, resting on the sofa.
Lovely. Stupid fucking Gratz. I give him a little kick in the shins. What a bastard you are. What a bastard. And I go back inside.
You got it.
God knows. Cool. Oh wait, do I just see...
You would see Patema looking around, like trying to find something, and then an occasional giggle coming from one tree, and then disappearing, and then appearing in another tree. Patema probably looking a little flustered, I don't know.
David, can you help me find Gabriel? He's hiding in trees.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I might have maybe poisoned him.
What do you mean you might have poisoned him? How do you...
So we need to heal him before he turns into a zombie.
Oh my god, you hit him with pain? What's wrong with you?
We were sparring.
Not even just... People spar with fists or like blunt objects. You know, practice.
Well, like he has swords. I thought he would have like deflected.
He doesn't have swords. Oh, he does.
He does have swords.
I have a sword.
Gabriel,
Can you catch him? Can you put him in a magic cage or something?
I don't think Gabriel. Do I need to catch you?
I am free.
But we can heal you.
I'm fine. It's just a flesh wound.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I made it look worse than it was. I was just having you on. Sorry.
Oh my god, he's like a child with a splinter. Come here, come on!
I'm fine. He's gonna make another stealth check.
It's like that Vine where the kid has the knife.
A knife!
Give me a perception check, David. See if you can spot him.
Sure. Natural one.
Natural one.
Immediately followed by
You
natural
go
one.
for a tree. You think you see him there. You leap into the tree and you grab a log. And he's like, "Ha ha! Shadow clone jitsu, bitch!"
God, he's actually pretty good. Like, I couldn't spot him and you couldn't spot him.
The log just has his jacket over it.
Why can't we? I can hear him.
Cause I'm a ninja.
Touched for the very first time. Yeah, anyway.
And as it goes on, I will come back here, see what's going on over here. As you continue now, between the two of you, trying to find Gabriel, Mira, what did you get on your roll?
I got a dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
Who's a dirty?
With a dirty 20, he's not bad. You do make a... You know, with the object that you have, you do pretty well. You're pretty happy with it. And you start to carefully...
Screwdriver.
You did it with a screwdriver. And you managed to carve some... They're a little chunkier than the other ones there, but you definitely make a pretty crude line over the thing. I will say, with a 20, it's not going to have a major negative effect, but it will have a minor detrimental property. So I'll get you to roll a d100 for me.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Told ya, unstable.
That is 34.
34. All right. Cool. If
I know.
Yeah, if there was any holy water within 10 feet of you, it would be immediately destroyed.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
There's no holy water here.
So that is something you can mark down with this eye. As long as you're in 10 feet of any holy water, the holy water is immediately destroyed and turns to nothing.
Kind of funny.
So it's this, it's an unholy eye now, but you do put another
Satan ball.
band in this thing. Yeah, Satan ball. You can now add an extra charge to this eye. So you have another use of using this eye per day. You can attempt to do one more. You have enough powder to do another attempt because you didn't outright fail there. So you do have enough powder to take one more if you would like to try.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. So
I don't know when to quit when I'm ahead.
you got give me another roll.
Arcana, but like with
A
Dexter.
disadvantage. Yeah, exactly, and
Yeah.
disadvantage as well because you're using a.
That was a natural
Screwdriver.
20 with...
Oh.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Well,
What was the other one?
what is... It's a 19?
19. Again, not a total failure, but because it is below the 20 threshold, this will have a major detrimental property
Whoa!
as it becomes quite unstable. So I'll get you to make a D100 again for me, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, fuck. 32.
32.
It's the same thing. Double holy water.
Wi-Fi isn't set up.
Okay.
Well, set it up then.
I'm just gonna make a note here. That's interesting.
Oh,
Did the dreamer eye just say Wi-Fi wasn't set up?
I love that.
Holy water not found yet.
When you carve this series of runes into the eye, you have this weird sense that as you carve each rune, you sever your connection to every hobgoblin that ever existed.
What the fuck does that mean?
You feel yourself with each stroke that you carve a new line, you erase a part of your ancestors. You erase your connection to every hobgoblin in the universe.
Wait.
We're just creating a new Sauron, aren't we? You're such a monster.
As in, like, my parents are no longer my parents.
Your personal connection is forever ruined, and every hobgoblin that you will ever meet from now on will hate you. That's the detrimental property. As long as you're attuned to this eye, every creature of the race that you are will always be hostile towards you.
Aren't you glad your uncle's not alive to see you now?
My uncle wasn't a hobgoblin, it would have been fine.
Oh yeah.
And you feel yourself severing your genetic connection to hobgoblins. You completely soil that.
I'm no longer a hobgoblin.
No, you are a hobgoblin, but you will never be able to pass on hobgoblin genes to anything.
What the fuck?
It also means you'll never be able to clone yourself, and you'll never be able to reproduce and create a hobgoblin baby.
Oh my god.
As long as you're attuned to the eye.
Can she create non-hobgoblin things?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
How very unusual.
And with that, you add a third charge to the eye. Anything
Yeah,
for
okay.
unlimited power. Am I
She's
right?
like very concerned,
Well
but she keeps
done.
going anyway.
Yeah,
Like inside, she's screaming,
yeah.
Nice cock.
but
Nice cock. Connection severed.
I was fucking thinking it. Aye.
God. Yeah. She's screaming, but she's doing it. She does not stop.
Alright. Interesting. And now all that's left is to try to add the essence of the dreamer into the hemisphere of the back of the eye. So you're gonna have to think about how you're gonna do that, potentially with a screwdriver. Finally, David Patema, you've been searching for this guy for 2 hours now, Patema. David, you've been searching for a whole hour looking for Gabriel, and eventually he just I'm fucking done. This is boring. Hello.
Okay.
It's already scabbed up, see? And he just shows you the eye, the scar, which you can't see. It's scabbed up, but it's also got like a big purple bruise around it. Little bits of lichen are growing over it. And it's talking about Wi-Fi.
I apologize.
Sorry. Well, I thought you were still doing the Mira.
That's alright. It's fine. It's scabbed up, and you can see the wound is immediately festering, but it has healed up.
Ooh. Well,
Do you think you're okay? Do we think you're okay?
No, I'll use the mass healing word in my earring that David put there
Sure.
to heal the poison out of him.
You heal it. Because it's such a powerful spell, I'll get you to make just make me a roll, but add your whatever modifier you add to your spells. So I guess wisdom. Use a wisdom modifier to whatever you make a roll.
No, I use charisma for spells.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, sorry. Well, go ahead. Use a wisdom roll. Then.
Wisdom
Oh,
is
it's
for
charisma.
mine.
Sorry, charisma rolls. I said wisdom again. Yeah, give me a charisma roll.
That is 17.
17. You're unsure. The wound is completely healed. It's just left a slight purple scar along his neck. And there's this weird voice coming from his neck that keeps talking about Wi-Fi. But other than that, he seems fine.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, that's coming from David.
Yes.
Oh, I was wondering where it was. Okay, so he's probably fine.
Yeah. Give me a perception check with your magic eyes of true sight.
Ooh, natural 20.
Yeah, you can see there's a few little spores that have gone into his bloodstream, and there's a chance that if he dies, he will come back as a mushroom zombie. Maybe not
Okay, well,
immediately, but yeah.
That's fine though, as long as it doesn't kill him.
No,
Are you saying this out loud, like with no context?
That's fine, as long as he's not gonna die. As long as he's not gonna kill him. What?
Because I mean, if he dies anyway, like that's already bad.
Yeah.
But as long as the spores aren't actively going to cause him to die.
No, they won't cause him to die, but he will be reborn as a mushroom zombie if he dies.
Okay, well that's fine.
Oh, good. Whatever. See, I told you it's fine. I'm glad.
Okay.
Huh.
Gabriel, don't die.
All right. Not planning on it. I mean, I will eventually. Maybe I'm
Well, like
already
some
dead.
days, fine. No, you're not though.
No, I'm not. I'm joking.
Okay, David, we jumped out a window and.
Yeah, but David jumped out a
then
window. It was cool. She didn't even hurt herself.
We couldn't.
What?
We couldn't get back in.
Oh, that's weird. You know, I left the front door like unlocked for you guys.
Oh,
Like,
it was
just-
unlocked. Okay. Well, we hadn't
Yeah.
tried that yet because I had to get Gabriel.
Well, I didn't unlock the windows for people to come in. You know, just you know. But it's
Okay.
like, you know, it's set to you guys. Like, you know,
Yeah.
anyone can just walk.
Yeah.
But you guys can walk in.
Yeah, I told
You
you,
can walk
David. We should have checked the door.
Yeah.
I
you
didn't get a
you
chance because you were hiding in fucking trees.
Who cut me in the
guys were
neck?
doing important things.
We were sparring.
I-
You should have.
I'm-
You should have taken your sword out.
I don't do that.
I think she's flirting with you.
Oh my. David, stop. He just shoves you. I have a lot of
She's
admirers, but I'm afraid it just wouldn't work between us. With you stabbing me in the neck and all.
No, I suppose that wouldn't be the best. It was in the neck.
Yeah, right in
It's
the
so
neck.
close to the brain.
Yeah, good thing
Oh
I'm
my
a
God.
fucking ninja. I'd be dead. Lethal blow, but not a problem.
Do you guys have any idea what we're gonna do with that guy? And I just point towards Gratz because we're just in its immediate like area.
You should draw on his face.
I tried to
Yeah, I
take
could-
his arm, but they seems to be like stuck there. Can't you just
He's-
like? Can't you just soul cage him or something? Or
No, I'd have to kill him.
oh,
I already have like 3 parts of his soul. I don't know if that's 3 of 4 or what, but
oh, maybe he just came looking for that back. I mean, maybe he brought Ribena here.
maybe. But he still brought her with like a bloody arm, and he's also the one who brought the message of chopping up your daughter. So you know,
Oh,
kind
don't chop off the messenger's arm.
of.
Oh, shit. Well,
There's no way we can make them not be frozen in time unless we say that word.
Don't. Yeah. That's right. But that's okay. He can just.
Did
stay
you
where
even
he-
teleport him at that
Yes.
word?
No, I
David
don't think
wasn't
we
in
did.
the room.
I wasn't.
No.
Yeah, technically, I guess. I mean, I guess you would have mentioned that there is a word, so I wouldn't even know what the word is.
That's gonna bite us in the ass. I
Oh, yeah.
promise you.
Bless
That's
you.
not me.
Bless you. Well, he just goes up, sticks his hand in a bunch of dirt, and just
Oh.
smears it on his face.
Gabriel, could I ask? Could I use
Hold on, I thought he was
yeah.
doing that to himself.
No.
What is he doing? That?
Could I use one
Yeah.
of the Gratz soul pieces
Hmm.
and query soul to ask a question of how to bind Gratz?
You can, but the souls are unresponsive. They're also frozen.
Oh wow, huh? Interesting. That makes sense. What to do? I'll build a prison later. No, fucking, I'll start trying to figure out how to build a prison now. I'll just buy something. I'll buy something over next buying something. It's fine.
That sounds good. Buying is always
Yeah.
good. Always support the economy and capitalism.
Yeah, it's not just buying.
It makes you feel
sad.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Yeah.
Mira and Rojo are up to something fun. Wait, did I see Mira or did I just see Big Rojo?
You just saw the back of Rojo filling up the whole doorway.
I think Rojo's beating some eggs and making pancakes. You guys want to check? See what he's up to?
Fuck it, dude.
Aw, it's a cute image.
It is a cute
Little
image.
apron.
Massive arm for beating eggs. Immediately turns to Pavlova.
Be careful.
Yeah, head back in, I guess.
Cool. With that, have you any idea how you're gonna infuse this bead into the thing?
Not really.
Okay.
I could
Can
be.
we like just rub it very hard against the thing? That might be a way of infusing it.
I don't know. But would it like feasibly fit inside the Dreamer Eye?
In that little capsule, that little diamond thing, you could try to squish it in there. You could hold it against there and just like try to close the whole thing, if you want.
Fuck. Like I realized I've never really had to make stuff.
I mean, yeah.
She's always been one to just like read books, but that's been it. Like she's never.
You're essentially copy and pasting the text that you've seen, and you're like, yeah, that looks exactly like how it's written here. It looks good.
Yeah,
I'll
like
draw
that-
that with a screwdriver.
that works.
Yeah. You know how they work. You don't know how they are made physically. You haven't done it physically before.
Yeah. I could try to just jam it in there. I don't know.
Hellforger.
No!
She's so stubborn, she wants to do it herself. With a screwdriver.
That's...
That's the part that's been killing me.
I know!
I didn't have access
This is-
to anything else.
This is something that this is something
Like
that
one of
goes
the
on history
cornerstones
books.
of creation. And
Yeah.
she's just using the screwdriver.
What's
Goblins.
Well, you won't let her into the magical armory to use. The
Because she
magic
eats
tool.
it. And also she didn't ask. She didn't ask for any help.
I know.
Because you would have stopped her, that's why.
The funny thing is I've actually decided that I'm just not dealing with that anymore. Like,
With her magic eating thing.
oh no, I'm actively trying to avoid her doing that with stuff that like is under like protection here, but like I ain't gonna fuck with her in the dreamer. She does her own dream herself. That's her decision. She leaves my tower alone, I leave her dreamer fuckery alone.
Fair. I don't. I assume that if I ate them both, they would just get destroyed.
You have no idea.
Could I try to do something with that?
Oh Jesus fucking Christ.
Could I try to
Tell
eat
me-
You could
them?
just give him a little. Just give him a little lick.
You're like, I'll put them both in my tummy and they'll sort themselves out.
Yeah, and then like.
You're literally like the god of destruction. Like, I'm trying to make something and instead I eat it.
She's just considering the options. Like, can I eat it and then like immediately vomit it up and see if
You want to try that?
I don't know if I do.
I mean, you can go right ahead if you want.
Because if I destroy them, then that's gonna be bad, and I'm gonna be really bad. Oh fuck! I don't have.
Oh well, Robo Johnny's right there, and he has experience with doing shit with Dreamer Eyes that don't go to plan.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I once tried to put a dreamer
So
eye
key,
in a bag of holding.
What happened?
Be right.
I gained a heart and some sort of pseudo nervous system. I left this reality to go somewhere else, I guess. And then I came back. I saw him.
I
He
just-
said shit to me like he always does. In mystery, riddles, blah, blah.
Wait, what? Do you remember what he said?
Something about giving a tin man his heart or something. I don't really remember. My records of that moment are blurry, almost as if they didn't happen.
Oh. Huh. Do you have any ideas? slightly hesitant. It feels like the stakes are getting a little high in here, and I will be quite upset if I end up destroying this thing.
Your idea is to eat it.
That's, she just does shit. That's...
Try to explain to me on the physical level, what is it that you are trying to accomplish?
Okay, so this eye is sometimes a little handy, but lately it's just been missing people. Like you get one use of it per day, and then if you miss, then it's too bad. That's it, it's gone. And every time it misses, he laughs at me. He actually comes out and laughs at me as if it's kind of funny in some way. And I am tired of it. I'm also tired of carrying all of these orbs. I just want to put them all together, hopefully make it better, because no one's willing to help me with that, so I'm just like, I'm hoping to improve it.
I do not know much about Arcana, but gemstones and crystals seem to resonate with them, correct? Perhaps we could bundle them up together and submerge them in a magically infused crystalline solution and wait for a crystal to form over them. That might combine them, but I don't know.
That's a cool idea.
Magical bath, magical bath.
Magical bath.
Magical bath.
That is actually really interesting. Yes. We'll do that.
It might look pretty cool.
That
is usually
surely
my
David knows
gauge.
where we'd find
Yeah,
that.
we could ask him. I think he is friendlier than you think.
No. No. Like I've said, he keeps killing my family members.
One.
You killed one and mortally wounded the other.
Well, one of them was already dead.
As you were saying,
Roger
this
is
as well.
convinced that David is like a racist and a killer now.
Oh, no.
I am. He's overall just a horrible man. Just a horrible, horrible little man. It's okay though.
New truths have been revealed. I shall compare them.
You would have just heard all this, David, as you just came into the main hallway, the main room. As the three of you.
And he stands up when he hears David and goes through the door awkwardly again.
I'm just gonna go.
Again, immediately throw a rope over the table.
I don't even look at it. I just go. I'm God. Leave it.
Oh, you're gone. Oh,
David.
no.
A question, David.
Is he stopping? Is he going?
I don't know if I'm still there or not. Yeah, sure. Yeah, hi. What's up?
I merely have a question for you.
Of course, please.
I can sense you are nervous. I do not need to get close.
I'm not nervous.
Whatever. Are you guilty of genocide?
No. What?
Mira told me that you keep attempting to kill all her family members.
No, I
I did
didn't.
that once.
You do though.
I did try and save blue kobolds. I should really check on those guys, actually. Do you remember
Irrelevant.
Edward, Rojo? Do you remember
Irrelevant information.
Edward? Oh, okay.
I asked about your dealings with her family members. It
Yes, I
concerns
killed
me.
one of her family members, one that was already dead and a skeleton, and under the thrall of somebody who I was told was horrible, but is apparently really nice. I think he's brain damaged. I don't know.
And
But
he looks back at Mira and says, "That kind of shit happens all the time. That seems to check out for me. Are you sure he did it because he is evil?"
evil. I visibly like. Oh.
Okay. Right. I've never used the word evil, though I wouldn't.
Literary liberty.
I just think he makes my life very, very difficult.
I think you could be friends. Holy
It was
fuck.
buried in the trash. How important could it have been?
Buried in the trash. That's the reason
Yes, it
you're not
was.
out of the magic room. You ate my mentor's heart.
Oh my god.
You both seem fucked up. I still will remain friendly to you both. I hope you are friendly to each other more often. And
Oh,
he
I've been
goes to the couch.
trying.
Or actually, no, he doesn't go anywhere. He says like, "Do you need any more of my assistance?" To Mira.
Therapy bot.
No. David.
I was already walking away again, but I
Come back. Rojo here had an interesting idea.
Okay.
Wondering if you might know how we could
Mhm.
achieve it.
Okay.
Right, look at Rojo.
Yes. We are trying to combine a group of magical items by submerging them in a magic crystal solution and waiting for a crystal to form around them.
Oh, do you know what? Without even meaning to, I just perk up my ears go a little bit, kind of, they stand up a little bit. It's like, oh, that sounds interesting. Never thought of doing that before. You want what
you
kind?
have the
Want to
mean?
combine them? Like, do you want to wear them? What's the reason to combine?
To make better. But would you know
No,
where?
I get that, but not
You
to
know,
wear.
Well,
I mean,
no,
most
I
of
wouldn't.
magic items are either like a sword or like a thing that you hold. So you either hold it or you wear it. What do you want to do with it?
Want to combine orbs?
Orbs. Okay.
And I would like to know if you would know where this solution could be found, maybe? You seem to know where everything is.
Sure. I mean, I do collect crystals and stuff. I'm sure we could try and find some sort of solution. We could push them down.
There's probably something in the magic armory, David.
Possibly. I mean, I have.
Why don't you, Mira, go check there?
How about we go to Star Platinum and we get you all the things you need? Hey, how about a nice little, detensifying, relaxing spa day of finding magical ingredients to make crystals form over your magic items. You pretty much just want to hold them together, do you? You just literally need glue. Is that all you need? I think we do have some universal solvent if you just want to glue them together.
No, I don't think that's gonna really do much if they're just.
Well, what do you want to do? Because sticking them together, that's just
Combine.
gonna stick them together. You want to combine them? Okay,
Yes.
okay. So maybe we could make a network between them. Do you want to make them into a staff? So you put one on one part, and then it connects magically to the other part, and then it connects magically to the other.
I wish you put a smaller orb inside a bigger orb.
You want to put is the bigger orb hollow?
There's some space.
Okay, then we can maybe do that. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's so fucking vague.
It is.
It's very vague. I'll help you without helping you because I can totally feel that you don't want me involved. Wow, I'm so good at reading the room. But I can help you find the stuff that you need without actually getting involved. Come on, let's go shopping trip.
It's very late, David. I'm very tired.
You're very tired. You're very tired.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I've been doing a lot of hiding.
Hiding is tired work, alright. That is true. Yeah, we can try do your magical solution thing and combine them together if you want. We just gotta pick you up some ingredients.
Yeah. Oh, and if you had any of those spare items, either of you, that I could use for my swords, I would appreciate
Spare
that.
items?
Yeah, just stuff I haven't used, any swords lying around, any materials I could use to give to the Hell Forger, maybe?
Sure. I'm sure I can find something. Oh, I do actually have, and I actually do not know what the stuff are for this. an ice axe from a giant snow giant.
Oh,
Or it's not
yeah,
a snow
yeah.
giant. The ice giant. I have an ice.
Essentially it's like what's his name? God of War guy's axe. It can teleport back to you.
Ah, neat. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I have something like that if you want. So you do, wait, so back up. You do want to go to Star Platinum then? You want to see the Hellforger. Why did you ask the Hellforger to combine these things for you? Oh, you don't want to know you don't want anyone to know what it is that it?
Well, no, Rojo knows, but I figured I could maybe do it myself.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, you can do it yourself. Do it yourself.
It has proven to be quite difficult.
Well,
and
what have you
with
been doing?
with downsides.
Alright, you know,
Well,
but
David knows all about the downsides of fucking around with
Oh,
that.
for sure. But you know, I say go for it. Do it. Do it yourself. See what you can accomplish. If that's your goal. That sounds like it's more your goal than the actual end result, but I don't know. I don't know what you're working on.
I don't know.
How about, okay, here's my idea. You want to take this ice axe, and I'll take it out from, I'll summon the chest, and I'll take it out from the chest, and I'll just leave it there, I guess. How about first we go to the Hellforger, you can watch him work a little bit, and maybe you'll get inspired. Maybe you'll figure out how to combine things based off of how he does things.
Sorry, what was the thing you took out there, actually?
The ice axe.
Ice axe?
The one from the... Yeah, it's the... As I said, it was one of the things that the ice giant gave.
I thought...
Ice axe.
I heard it as eye sax.
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
What's ice axe?
Like a sack of eyes.
Yeah, I thought...
Yeah.
Exactly what...
That's what I heard you say.
No, ice axe.
Yeah,
Ice
I
axe.
get it. Sorry, I thought you said ice sax. I was
Wonders
like,
of English.
what?
If frozen water is iced water, what is frozen ink?
I don't know. Is this a riddle?
But David, what are you doing?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What am I doing?
Is it stone?
What are you talking about?
I'm getting
Come on,
sidetracked.
David.
Sure, it's frozen pigment.
Frozen pigment.
Oh, are you writing this down?
Frozen pigmen.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, how about we take you to the Hellforger, you get your sword upgraded or whatever it is that you want to do, and then you can observe him, and then figure out how you want to combine those things. I know that you said the crystal thing. We could just go buy you some solution to dissolve. We can crush up some crystal. We get some diamond, ruby, sapphire, whatever it is you want. I also need a jade circlet, actually. So I'm all for going to get these things. And then you can combine them however you want. Just use like a crystal formation apparatus. Use some sort of accelerant and you'll be fine. You'll combine your magic items and... I don't know what the purpose is, Mira.
Mira, I'll get you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh no! What the fuck? Oh. Wait. My wisdom. Do I need 3?
23. You watch, David, as Mira's eyes just glaze over and they turn to starry sky, kind of. They're just like, they look like a starry sky, each eye. And you watch Mira's head just slowly tilt up, and Mira, you just hear at the back of your mind, there's a solution of pure stardust at the top of this tower. And you see it for a moment, this bath made of stardust. And your vision
Maybe the
fades.
bat.
Who is that?
What?
Was that
I didn't-
Zavion?
I didn't say
Did you
anything.
channel Zavion?
Maybe.
Did
David,
it
are
sound
you
like-
okay?
You didn't hear
Lie
anything.
down.
No, you only saw Mira's eyes turn into
Oh,
starry
we didn't
eyes.
hear it.
Yeah, only Mira heard his voice.
I thought something spoke through Mira. Sorry.
Sorry, my apologies.
Oh, I thought it spoke to David.
No, it was just this voice in the back of Mira's mind, like someone
Spoke to
whispering
Mira.
over Mira's shoulder.
David,
Oh, you're talking to me so nicely. What do you want?
hey,
5 minutes ago, I heard you say you hate me, and now you're like,
I have
What?
never used the word hate. Don't say that. Can I have some of the water?
oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Oh, you want? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
Does the bat water fill the magic craving as well? I remember you drank it that time.
I did. It kind of does. I figured, maybe I'll use just a little bit of that and
Yeah,
aid us
sure.
in our endeavor.
Go for it. Yeah. Pop on up and get some. And then I'm going to go away and I'm going to start, like, trying to reform some of the towers so she has her own magic lab.
Oh, that's very
You
sweet.
probably cry a little bit when you do it.
Oh, yeah, sure. There's a bit of spite in there.
Spite.
Oh, dude.
Stupid Mira.
I'm sure I can help.
You'll put in like a really awkward step in Mira's lab. So that like the one in an awkward position, she kind of trips every time. Yeah, shit, that step is there.
I'm going to make the bench just slightly too low. Like, just a little bit. So it's like, you gotta crouch down just a little bit for it to be comfortable. But she's gonna get mad legs, so you're welcome, Batema.
You already
Welcome,
does.
Dave.
That's true, but like even madder.
Have you seen that butt?
I have.
Especially when she's even Crystal Mira. Crystal Mira has a pretty nice butt.
Yeah,
So,
like obsidian.
Are we all going up to the bat?
no, I don't think so. I just kind of, just
holding
making
yeah,
hands singing.
over here, yeah. So, Mira, you make your way up into the bathroom, and you see it there kind of sloshing around, all these runes carved to the bottom, and the liquid itself glows, and you can see these fragments of glowing silver throughout it. It's like it's made out of liquid stars. And you look over it for a second, holding the eye in one hand and the orb in the other, and a jar ready to collect some of this. And this sensation comes over you completely, and you just drop the eye and the orb into the pool,
Oh no.
and the sensation's gone, and you watch as they slowly fall, like in slow motion for a moment. You watch them hit the surface of the pool, and every single star in that pool goes black. And David, you feel like a tremor shoot through the tower as there's just dispersal of...
Would it be
arcane
rude
energy.
of me to take a bath while she's doing this?
Yeah, you can be coming in the back door ready to have a bath, and you see the eye just drop in. Every single star in this room go out, and the whole room goes completely black.
Wait, what? She took all of the stardust?
All of the stardust inside the pool has gathered around this eye, and now just floating in the liquid black pool is this golden glowing eye that is just pure power. It keeps flickering and twitching and changing and twisting and leaving after images in its wake. Every movement it makes, it leaves an after image for a split second and another after image, and purple electricity crackles around it, and it just hums with eldritch arcane energy.
And I'm just standing there completely naked.
As
my
you
God.
typically are in these situations.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
Yeah.
Wait, so all of the lights in the tower have gone out?
No, just this.
Oh, okay.
I ate your tower. It's happened.
Exactly the thing that I was like, oh.
You do feel a lot of the magic leave this place for a second, but then like a power outage, the magical energy leaves the tower and then comes back on again. But this room is left completely devoid of any magic. It is now considered a space of anti-magic.
Oh, nice.
Great.
You don't know what's going on. Shut up.
I think I have a sense of the tower itself, though. No, was that
You
not
would,
a thing?
yeah. No, you can sense it. It's like a black hole up there.
I
Yeah, but
angrily scream.
David, having all the magic stuff is useful, but having you have your own anti-magic room.
It's a good place
Like
to keep
Lucy's
him
prisons.
imprisoned. Yeah.
Yeah, weren't you literally just looking for somewhere to imprison someone with magic?
Yeah, but that's not about him being magical or not. Anti-magic.
David, for a moment, you see this completely white-skinned humanoid being with his top torso separated from his bottom half of his body. The lower half of his torso, where his stomach would be, is completely hollowed out, and there's just a golden orb in the center. He has no eyes, but there's a band of gold around his head that has 10 eyes floating around it in the actual gold band. And he's got this short, choppy gold hair, and he just kind of lies across the desk that you're setting up for Mira. And he just says, "You're welcome."
Oh my god.
And he's gone.
I put my elbows on the desk and I put my palm to my face and I just take a deep breath and oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Anytime. Give them an inch.
I don't recognize that description at all.
No.
You don't?
No. Should I?
It's the dreamer.
Everyone's got their own
I mean, I don't necessarily know that.
visions of him.
But
Yeah. You know instinctively, David, that is the dreamer.
motherfucker. What? I'm welcome for what? I'm welcome to what? Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to... No, I can't even do that because it's a fucking area of anti-magic. I'm just gonna shout upstairs like, Mira! Mira!
The eye there is just crackling and it floats from the pool right into your hand mirror, just stuck there.
Shit. Just look at Potato like, well.
Turn around, Potato's butt naked.
Yes, just
Sorry.
still want to have that bath or.
This isn't magical darkness, right? It's just regular darkness?
Yeah, it's just regular darkness.
Okay, so I can't really see. It's actually normal darkness, the one I can't see.
I think you can probably.
I don't think I have dark vision. I could have gotten dark vision as a
right.
mystic.
Okay, so you can only see magical darkness.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's funny.
I mean, yeah. Sorry, I figured if we were going to the bathroom, why not? Why not? Like I'm covered in pussy sludge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Did you do your thing? Did it work?
It would seem so.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's kind of dark in here now.
Yeah. I can kind of just feel my way around. I'm just sort of like, actually, I can walk on the water as well, can't I?
Yeah.
With one of your feet.
With one of your feet, yeah.
Well, one of them is like kind of slips every couple of
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm just while I'm here, while you're doing your magic thing, I'm just gonna have a bat. Hey, Robo Johnny, are you in here? I can't. I suppose we'd be able to see the light in his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'd imagine he is, but
All right.
I am not.
alright. With that, I guess we'll have a small break. We can say you all probably are exhausted at this point. You have your baths, you get ready for bed so you can go out to start Platinum in the morning. But we take a small break. Are people okay to continue playing for another
Yeah, I can go until 8 by Irish time, so that's like another 40 minutes or so.
Oh, okay, so maybe it's not worth taking a break then, is it?
I'm easy. Like, if people need a break, they need a break.
It's yeah. How's it?
I'm okay.
either way.
I've eaten.
Okay.
I ate while we were playing, so.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm okay as well. I don't mind.
How about you, Rose? Do you want to play for another 40 minutes, or?
Don't mind.
Okay. All right. Well, we can continue then. So we can say you'll get some rest. You'll sleep unless there's anything else you want to do. If you want to give out to Mirror or anything like that, but we can also just
No, I'm not even
away
gonna.
from- That's fair. All right. So eventually you'll settle down for the night. You find places to rest, and Mira, you have your glowing eye that just constantly vibrates on the desk next to you. And you'll drift off.
Can I find wherever Mira is sleeping?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
And I'll cast sleep. Not sleep. Dream.
Dream. You got it.
Oh.
And that you dream here. And we'll go there now.
What do I dream of?
You dream of, first of all, like a movie, you see the sun at a distance, and around it, bands of metal. Actually, Potato, do you want to describe what Mira sees?
Yeah, you have a dream where you're in a like metal building. You're like in a hallway at the entrance to like what looks like a kind of dining area, and there's a big window at the far side of the dining area, and out the window you can see a huge star, and the metal building that you're in is actually, it's massive. It wraps around the star. And I don't think you can bring up the reference image. Can you, Gabriel?
I try. It's just because there's so much stuff in the way. I can make a new layer, and I can try to do it that way. Hold up. Let me see. Bear with me.
Well, basically, you're in an abandoned Dyson sphere.
Oh.
Sick.
So, I have a few images actually, so I will download them both.
You have a few images?
Yeah, there's two. There's two images.
Nice icon.
So, bear with me now. I gotta find them in my desktop. So, first of all, I guess I will. Sorry, I should have set this up better because I didn't know how to do it, and I've only now realized how I could do it. Okay. So, image. First images.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Find yourself a middle hallway. And as for the Dyson sphere, just so you have a reference of the Dyson sphere itself. What did that save? Oh yeah, there it is. There we go.
Yeah, that's just a little drawing.
You guys on one of the broken parts?
We're somewhere. It's a dream.
It's a dream. It's vague.
You know.
All right. So, find yourself in this metal room, and across from you is Patema in a dress adorned with an eye. Exposing all her tattoos.
That was unintentional.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Well, that is opened up
she
at the
didn't mean
front
for
of your
that, but,
dress.
you know,
Yeah.
It's like the same reason that the horse is there.
Yeah,
You
dreams.
can't control everything.
Yeah. So you see an eye just opening and blinking in the front of Potama's chest, the hair done up in a very fancy way, and you yourself look down, and you're oddly a little bustier than you should be.
Oh yeah.
You're also in a very skimpy dress and holding a glass of champagne in your hand while you look across at a dinner table now that you're sitting at. Potama has their floating martini glass in their hand, and all you know is you've just finished a starter, and they're now taking orders for your main, because that's how they do things here. They don't take them all at the same time. They take them at different times.
Who's taking the orders?
You see, coming across, a little blue goblin in a little suit, and like strange concoction of different kind of suit parts. Big dicky bow, running across with a little notebook in their hand, dashes across, bounces across the room, and it's just like,
Hello, I am Monk, and I am here to take your mains. What will the ladies be having this evening? I am Monk.
We'll have some spaghetti and meatballs.
Spaghetti and meatballs. Excellent choice. Your loveliness.
and he bows and continues to keep his head low in a bow as he backs off into the kitchen all the way. And you look out again at the window and you see the sun blasting through the window here. In this very barren, open space. You see horses
There's a horse
gathered around.
Horse.
You see a bunch of... Is there meant to be another horse?
Sorry?
Was there meant to be another horse?
No, there was only one.
There's just one horse, yeah. Just one horse, just kind of eating from a tuft of grass growing up from just a bare patch between all these metal plates on the floor. You also see a set of cards that seem to be playing with themselves. There's a poker game going on, and yet there's no one playing, but the cards play this poker game regardless. And poker chips begin to move across the table. You continue to swirl and move around the sun. You watch as Potama's features shift occasionally, a second eye growing on Potama's cheek and then closing again. And eventually, Bonk returns with the spaghetti and meatballs, just a massive pile of it that they throw down on the table between the two of you. And at the very top is a golden meatball, and it opens up. It's an eye, the same eye that you just crafted today, that shivers and shakes, rolls down the table and crashes down into the floor, leaving a hole there.
Enjoy your meals. If there be any more drinks, let me know. Your Majesties.
Again, he backs off, hides under the table and watches.
Wow.
I just thought it might be nice to do something, just the two of us, and I thought this was the most private way to do that. Also, it means that we can have some time together on a Dyson sphere, which I've never been to. I don't think there's usually horses, but
You also see a few horses floating outside the window.
Well, that's okay. This is unexpected, but this is great. This is I like your dress, your hair. I've never seen you actually
oh yeah, I don't know how to do this, but in the dream I thought it would look cool.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Did you want me to do something with your hair?
Oh no, it's okay. It's fine.
You see Potama's tentacle arm moves up on its own, and a pair of lips of an older woman appear on it, and there's
Do you not just want to leave her do your hair? She'll do a great job.
Well, I mean, if you're like offering to do my hair, I wouldn't say no. But
You see now a few meatballs kind of roll down off the pile of meatballs, and the kind of eyes open up on them, and they grow little legs and hands, and they're like, "So she's great at doing the old hair, she is. She absolutely is. Isn't that right, Meatball? That's right, Meatball 1.
Oh, sorry. I don't.
They fall in.
It's hard to control this many things at once.
no, yeah, I totally get it. It takes a lot out of you too.
There's some weird elements kind of cropping in here. The meatballs aren't supposed to be alive. Do you like spaghetti and meatballs? I saw it in a romance movie once.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, who doesn't? I just can we eat them? They have legs and they talk though.
Can I try focus on the meatballs and make them not sentient?
Yeah, they immediately just fall limp, and they're just meatballs on the table now.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll try focus to make sure the food doesn't start talking.
Oh, it's okay.
That
meatball
might...
with a fork.
Seems fine. Seems just like a meatball. No screams.
That's fair.
You hear then, Patema, as you pick up a meatball and you go to eat it, the mouth opens up again on the meatball, and you say, "Here, using my powers again." And the lips disappear.
I'll just tell the meatball to shut up, and then I'll eat it.
You okay?
Yeah. You know, this is nice, right? We're in space. I've never actually been to space, but I heard it's like this.
I mean, yeah. I suppose there's no horses floating around, but
Yeah. Well, yeah.
probably pretty accurate.
As you look at your knife, Patema, your reflection changes to the face of the dreamer, the grey face, just no eye sockets, open mouth, and they just say, "I thought you had left all that, and yet you come to rely on me again and again."
I just stick the knife into the spaghetti.
Aggressively eating.
Yeah, because every so often she kind of like attacks her food and shit.
I look a little concerned, but
As you do kind of stab the knife in the spaghetti, the whole Dyson sphere, like the room that you're in on the Dyson sphere, shakes, responding to your kind of aggression intention.
Oh, don't worry about that. If we get sucked into the vacuum of space and die, it's just a dream. So we'll be fine.
I mean, that'd be an adventure, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, we can do that at the end, maybe.
If you'd like. You seem very tense. Are you okay?
Yeah. I just I guess I'm just not used to doing things like this.
Where'd the idea come from? This is very unexpected.
I don't know. We've been doing lots of stuff, lots of traveling and things. I thought it'd be nice to do something, you know, just us.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I mean, things are kind of a bit wacky, but I can mostly control everything here, so we can kind of do whatever we like. We don't have to worry about dragons and illithids and things.
As you're kind of rearranging yourself and shuffling your seat, Patema, your heel goes down and crushes something below you, and you look down, you've crushed like a samurai mask, which then immediately animates with its broken jaw, and it just starts saying, "Why do you act like you're so high above me? Look at you. You need me."
I'll just kick it away.
Sure thing.
I look under the table. It's like, is that?
There's nothing there.
Okay.
At this stage as well, like Bonk will come over and just like,
Is the meal to your liking?
Yeah, it's pretty good, little guy.
No problem. And now,
Uh,
a dance, as requested.
and he hops up on the table, and it begins to do like a little jig on the table, just like a bit of Irish dancing, just like.
oh, can he do the dance that the hobgoblins have their goblin to
Yeah.
do?
He's immediately now just flossing as well, and just doing a little jig as he's dancing, and as he's dancing, and his face turns to you, Mira, kind of a big smile. At the back of his bald head, Patema, you see another humanoid face begin to stretch out the back of it. It just says, "You never left me, and you never will. We exist as one symbiotic relationship. You only exist because I will it. And you will never unwill my existence because you fear life without being owned by someone." And immediately, Mop flips around and smiles at you, Patame, just like, and has this big wide grin.
Bonk.
Bonk, sorry, what did I say?
You said mop.
Mop, sorry, Bonk flips around. They're both blue, I guess. Flips around smiling, just like, "This is my dance, this is my dance." And he's like really focusing hard on trying to get it right. And you just see
I'm
him.
just doing a little like a slow clap with it, just like yeah.
And eventually bows, gets off the table. "You will never. Oh, I got desserts whenever you're ready." Dashes off.
Is everything okay? Is everything to your liking?
Oh, this is perfect. Yeah. No, I'm having a great time. Thank you for this. I didn't.
Yes.
Look at my plate and she's like, like shuffle a meatball over the spaghetti with my fork.
You now see, as you're looking down as well, Patema, you see a figure standing behind Mira. The same man from the cyberpunk world, the grey man, all in grey suit, the guy you threw a rock at. You've got blood coming down the side of his face, and he just says, "You think you could exchange this one for me?" And he grabs Mira's cheeks. Mira, you don't feel anything. But you see as he just kind of grabs her cheeks and squeezes them, he's like, "You believe that maybe you can get better if you simply give yourself to someone new, someone fresh meat."
I'll just, close my eyes and shake my head to try and, like, get the image out. And just double check that Mira isn't actually being grabbed by the grey man.
You kind of look around, you close your eyes, he's gone. And Mira seems fine, just kind of playing with their food a little bit.
She's trying really hard to, like, keep her composure with all this, like, shit in her head that's kind of breaking the dream a little bit. But Mira doesn't seem to be, like, experiencing anything, so as long as none of it, like, affects her.
She'll
just keep trying. She's gonna keep trying to hold the dream.
You know, they're thinking. You're kind of hard to read at times, you know.
Okay.
You know, sometimes it seems like you enjoy my company, and other times I try to talk to you, and you look at me like I've just maybe murdered your whole family. And you know, it's just that's okay. You know. But I guess that's just to say that. Well, I don't know. Glad that you do seem to enjoy my company.
I
around me with the dream.
I do. It's just complicated, you know, because the dreamer and I have some history, and I know that
Yeah.
So it's just it's not you. It's just I guess some because I can see everything. I can see the dreamer influence, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I kind of just it's just that it's not. I do enjoy your company.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to disturb you with my presence.
No. It's like I said. It's not you. It's not you. It's just I have like some of my own baggage that I'm still dealing with.
Tim, you can't help but then all of a sudden look out the window at the corner of your eye. You can see it's now a green field for a moment, and inside there's a horse just munching on some grass, and he looks up at you. There's a voice coming from their open mouth, showing their teeth, their lips rolled back, but you can't. It doesn't sync up with the way their mouth moves, and you just hear then from the horse, "You've only ever existed in a state of hoping the grass is greener someplace else, but you feel comfortable in the arms of another. You don't know how to exist alone." And the image fades. Mira, you look out and just the sun outside.
Well, if you ever want to talk about it, I'd be happy to know. And I understand if you'd rather keep it to yourself, but you also never really told me about it, and I'd be curious.
I've done bad things. The dreamer told me to do bad things.
Can you tell if there's anyone in this tower that hasn't done bad things?
Yeah, I guess so.
It can't be that much worse than anyone else's, right?
You see a bunch of money in front of Mira all of a sudden, and a pair of cards in her hand, and the money just slowly starts to turn to dust. And as it does, a voice breathes over the dust, and it swirls around. You hear the dreamer's voice one more time, and he says, "You don't know how to exist alone because you were never programmed to. You only exist to serve, and to be owned, to be ordered, like a lost sheep. You're alone, constant search of a new master. Because you're blind, and you will never ride a path that you can call your own. You believed you created this space on your own," and immediately as they say that, things begin to crumble away, screws start to fall from the ceiling, and the whole place shakes, and the grass cracks a little more. "Well, who gave you the clay to do that?" And you watch as the table begins to melt just a little bit and bend. You manage to hold on to everything again. The pins on the floor, the screws that just fell up, just shoot back up into the roof, and the table straightens up again.
Oh, spaghetti and meatballs, huh?
Good choice.
As your majesties, now that the meatballs are finished, can I interest you in a fine dessert, maybe? Yes?
Okay.
And he just scoops up the plate and lets it fall onto the floor and looks at both of you with wide eyes like,
What do we have?
What are those things that have they're like a bread thing, but they have like chocolate on them and there's cream inside? Those things. They're like hot dogs, but they're dessert.
Ah, eclairs. Eclairs are all well and good.
and he hops up on the table now, like marching towards you, and then he just shoves his hand into your chest and pulls out your heart. You believe you created this space on your own. Do you think that giving your heart to this one, and he Bonk throws the heart across the table and rolls in front of you, Mira, on the plate. That you will be free. You're simply placing your heart from one cage into another. And Bonk falls over and rolls off the table and does like a little sexy dance where he flips one leg over the other. And like he's got fishnets all up him, he kind of slides off. He's like,
Eclairs, as you wish.
and bonks off. Mira, there's still a heart on your plate.
I see that one.
Yeah, you saw that one.
Oh, sorry. Can I?
Scoop up the heart. I think you dropped this.
Can I try and make the heart disappear?
You do, and you reach out your hands, and as you lift your hand up to make it disappear, there's shackles on your wrists and you're chained to the table.
Oh shit.
And the heart does get up, has little legs, and walks over to you and slowly crawls back into your chest. But you also notice on its wrists, it's also got small little shackles. On its ankles, it's got small little shackles.
Oh, sorry about that. Dreams, you know.
You trying to tell me something?
Sorry?
Are you trying to tell me something? Is this like...
Oh,
Is
that
this
wasn't...
like a
I didn't...
metaphor?
No, that was an accident. That goblin guy wasn't meant to do that.
Oh.
You've been... Everything been okay? You haven't seen... I've been seeing a few little things. I guess it's just, little cracks in my psyche, kind of leaking through. But you haven't seen anything else?
No, just this. Was...
It's okay.
Should-
I mean,
should we-
it's
should we- I mean, we can always stop. You know, we don't have to keep doing this. You know.
well, let's have dessert.
Sure.
And then I could maybe implode the star or something.
That could be fun.
As they're saying this as well, Bonk comes back, he's kind of wobbling, and he's got this colossal eclair above his head. That's what he's wobbling around with, and eventually throws it down onto this table. The length of the table this thing is, like this pastry filled with cream, covered in hot melted chocolate, and he's like,
The biggest eclair in the galaxy.
giggles away laughing, before just vanishing from sight.
Just stick your hand in, and you can take out like a normal eclair.
Oh yeah. It's just like my hand, like elbow deep, just straight in it.
You pull out an eclair, and with it, a few more eclairs fall onto your plate from the same hole that you just made. Your hand isn't covered in cream or anything, it's completely fine.
This would be very handy in real life.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not real, so like, I guess you can just eat whatever here there.
Yeah. I'm sure we could get these at the tower. David seems to have a supply.
Oh yeah, David has a magic fridge that throws food at him.
Yeah. So if you ever wanted to do that, you could.
Meal goes on. The eclairs are eventually finished. And the lights slowly begin to dim on the candles. And the sun is the only light coming into the room.
Yeah, can we like stand by the window like in my drawing then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like away from the table, just looking out at the...
Got it. Oop. With drinks in hand, looking out at the sun, see all these kind of like hoops of plasma kind of shoot up, fall back in towards the sun. Kind of jets of look like lava shoot up, curl back in, forming little rings around him. Stars all begin to blink out one at a time. And you hear, I suppose you don't know any better. And you watch as the star now starts to go red and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually it gets so big it eventually starts to implode in on itself, turning bright blue at the center. And it doesn't explode. Instead you're left in nothing but darkness, just pitch black. And all you hear, Patema, is this one faint sound, like a whisper. You'll never be anything more than a slave to your own cosmic design. Goodbye, Patema. You wake up. And we're going to leave it there for this episode.
Well, that was fun.
Holy fuck.
Thank you everyone who's been watching so far. And we'll have some more fun shenanigans next time. Patema, you've lost all your levels of Warlock.
Holy
Lost-
shit.
I lose every warlock thing?
Yep. All your Warlock powers are gone.
Oh gosh.
Not laugh.
Do I lose Chompy?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's so sad.
But you,
Oh, Patema, no.
I will say you can exchange those, I think it's 10 levels, for levels in Mystic instead. But you do lose all of your abilities associated with the Dreamer.
Holy shit, that's kind of cool. And sad.
God.
Well, it's not sad.
He got
Dang.
fed up.
Yeah, he's done. It's the ultimate breakup. This is, you've been in the period like after a breakup where you're still kind of like a little flirty with each other, but you know it's not right, and it's just fading slowly and slowly dying, and then finally one person just rips off the plaster and it's like, goodbye.
And it was the Dreamer.
It was the Dreamer. He wanted to be the one doing it. Even though Patema broke up in the first place, he's the one who's going to say to everyone that he ended
He finally
I have the
did.
final word.
it. Well, there you go, guys.
What a dick.
God.
Thank you all for playing. It's been
Thank
so
you.
fun.
Can I not be a Mira warlock?
Well, that's cute.
That's cute.
She's so heavily connected to the Dreamer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I can teach you the way of the Lich.
The way of the Lich.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Yeah, there you go. Beautiful morning. And you can all, the next day, head out to Star Platinum. Get whatever fun stuff you need. Check in maybe with the actual castle, potentially with Lujurio. And yeah. And then, maybe after that, you can look at see if you're going to go to Lucy's Tower. Don't know. We'll find
Sounds
out.
good.
Yeah. But
Dun dun dun.
wah, wah, wah. It's kind of coming to an end, this whole arc. It's slowly concluding, which is quite interesting. But yeah, for now, thank you for everyone watching the stream, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Adios.
Adios.
Do, do, do.
Good.